Pat Fernandez and Jeff Cora.
And with that, welcome to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. It's Wednesday. We're feeling good. We're having a small feast of sugar and coffee inside the studio right now. But outside the studio, our nation is split.
It is very split.
There's a lot of things going down today. It's tearing people apart. They might be tearing them apart. Tearing friends apart. Brother and brother. Everyone we know has joined a side.
I got up at 4:30 this morning.
You joined your side.
I joined right away. I said, what is this thing that's going on?
You joined a side or tear a fart first?
I tore a couple farts first, and then I picked a side.
Okay, so I didn't know what this was. You texted me this morning. This is gripping the nation. I'm sure people in Colton are running around, gnashing of teeth, arguing. A lot of drama going on. There's an audio recording floating around social media. And again, it's what, 2 seconds?
Maybe that, yeah.
It's really quick. In fact, I'm going to play it first. I want everyone out there to listen to this because I know a lot of people out there, they listen to the Inland Sports Show because they're stuck in their cars. It's drive time and they're in the Inland Empire. You can call us if you want.
Yes.
Give us your take on this. The phone number here inside the studio is 951-369-1350. 951-369-1350. So here's the audio recording. And we want to know what you guys hear. So here's a listen, because I know some people aren't on Twitter or social media, but this is what we're debating here.
Laurel. Laurel. Laurel.
So, Jeff, you and I agree. When you hear that audio, it says, and I think Greg Hall is in our boat.
Yes.
It says
Laurel.
But what
Laurel.
But what's the other half of the country? That
Yanni.
has split us down the middle.
Yanni.
Yanni, there's no Y's in that
There is
audio.
nothing. You know what? I figured it out.
What did you figure out?
I am either a dolphin or a dog, and I hear at a different frequency as everyone else. I was around people all day long, and I was walking around with my phone. What do you hear? What do you hear? And the majority of them were like, Yanni. And I said, you're crazy.
Yanni.
Yanni. I did
So
not
the
hear.
majority of the people you spoke with heard Yanni?
Yes. The majority said Yanni. I figured if I was tough, big, and virile, I've got hair on my face, I'm a manly man. Maybe that did it. Something triggered. Maybe I thought the women heard Yanni. So my wife, Smetty Smed, heard Yanni. And she was like, no, that's definitely not that. I said,
I don't get it.
it's Laurel. It says Laurel. But I did read up on it, and apparently people hear things at different frequencies. So like a dog, you have the dog whistle, and the dolphins have that dolphin whistle. Same deal.
Now, the first thing I thought of when you sent it to me this morning was, remember that dress? There was a dress,
Yes.
like it was last year, the year before that. It was, some people saw it, gold and white.
Yes, I
Some
remember
people
that.
saw it blue and black.
Yes.
It was the same dress, and it split our country in half.
This
This
did
is
the same.
splitting us right now.
Well, I just got a text from my guy, Gabe Flores. He says it's Laurel.
It's definitely Laurel.
Definitely Laurel from him. See, he's a manly man. He's like 6'10".
He would know.
He's 6'10". He's giant. So yeah, he's definitely
Big eardrums.
big,
He can hear
large,
this.
large eardrums. I think the bigger ears you have, and my wife has really tiny ears. She has like tiny, mini person ears. But I'm gonna have to say it's Laurel. Laurel.
We're both Team Laurel, and I can't believe I got up this morning, and I always see what's trending on Twitter. That's what was trending on Twitter.
It still is.
Everyone was talking about it. I'm like, what in the world is going on? Like, why is this recording such a big deal? Why are so people so definitive on what side they fall on?
Yes, I agree. People are texting me like crazy. Laurel.
Oh, we had a hot button issue here.
Oh yeah, they need to call in.
I bet you in Colton, was that Rancho that goes, Colton High School is probably split in half by Rancho.
Yeah.
Half of you guys in Colton.
The school I work at Novi, everybody was going Yanni.
Let me tell
Yanni.
you a little story about Colton. There's a street called The Chain, but in Spanish it's La Cadena. But people from Colton call it La Cadena. I call it La Cadena.
La Cadena.
Yeah, but if you're outside of
La
Colton,
Cadena.
people are La Cadena. And I had a lot of arguments with people like, hey, no, it's La Cadena. And they said I was wrong. But I guess that's a Colton thing.
Well, it is La Cadena. It's like Pepto with milk. You
Milk.
can't say milk.
You know what? There's a town in Northern California that everyone would debate. This is the correct pronunciation. Vacaville. Have you heard of Vacaville?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, but it's like Vacaville, like vaca, like a cow, vaca. But everyone says Vacaville. It's Vacaville.
Yes, Vacaville.
In fact, there was a high school up there called Del Norte, DEL, last word Norte, NORTE. I'd be like, that's Del Norte.
Norte.
They're like, no, don't you dare say Del Norte. It's Del Norte.
Is that true though?
That's true.
That's like
In Crescent City,
well, there's a couple places you say like Nevada.
Nevada. What about
Louisville?
There's high schools called St. Bernard.
St. Bernard.
No, St. Bernard.
St. Bernard.
St. Bernard.
What's the difference?
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I know there's St. Bernard.
And there's St. Bernards.
I don't know which is which. You're really confusing me. Louisville, 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 Louisville.
How do you say New Orleans?
No, I say
New Orleans.
I say New Orleans.
I say New Orleans.
Yeah,
But it could be New Orleans. It could be
New Orleans.
Nolans.
How do you
New
say-
Orleans.
How do you say Chicago?
Chicago.
There it is. The peppers and the
It's
sausages.
the bratwurst and the Kylie Fitz.
The worst. The absolute.
Close your eyes real tight.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
I have had more people in the last 2 days say that is the worst Chicago accent in the history of Chicago accents.
If you're in your car, don't close your eyes. But if you're anywhere else, just close your eyes and listen. Chicago, Kylie Fitz playing for the Bears. Eat the bratwurst.
The worst of all time.
Sounds just like Chicago.
No, it's horrible.
That's how they all sound like. If you go to Chicago, you're like, that's right. They all sound like that. It's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, shall we get to sports?
Yes.
Welcome to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. It's brought to you by our good friends at Spoiled. Quick quality oil change. Spoil yourself. Spoil your car every 3,000 or 5,000 miles. You know you got to take it. You know you don't want to run your car into the ground. You want to keep it going strong for 100,000 miles, 200,000 miles, 200,000 plus. But you got to go to Spoiled. Keep that oil up every 3,000 or 5,000 miles. We love you, Bill Navigato. We love you, Spoiled. So the NBA playoffs. I don't know if the conference finals, Jeff, are going to be that great. I think Boston, who won Game 2 against the Cavaliers last night, 107-94. I think Cleveland's going to get at least one on their home floor, but the first two in Beantown go to the Celtics.
I'll tell you what, Celtics looked really, really good. They held. LeBron James got 42, but other than Kevin
He
Love,
had a triple-double, didn't he?
oh, he had 12 assists, 10 rebounds, and 42 points. He got hurt in the second quarter, came out and had 17 points in the second
He
half.
got rocked.
Got beat up a little bit. But you look at the rest of their guys. The only other guy that scored was Kyle Korver. He had 11. The rest of them 8, 3, 6, 2. I mean, nothing. You got 0 from Smith. He was 0 for 7. 0 for 7. You're a starter in the NBA. You're playing in the Eastern Conference Finals, and you go 0 for 7. You play 27 minutes. You go 0 for 4 from beyond the arc. You get 3 rebounds. That's it. 1 assist. Get off the court.
Well, that's like what we were talking about going in before, because you've got a team, the Cavaliers, who it's one superstar, the best guy on the planet, against the true meaning of a team with the Boston Celtics. And it proved it in Game 2. LeBron, 42 points, 12 assists, 10 rebounds. That is a Herculean, Titanic. Like, you can't get any bigger than that. That was a huge game for LeBron. He can't do anymore. And then you look at Boston, they had 6 guys in double figures. Like, that's a team. Spreading the ball around, everyone's scoring a little bit. Everything is falling on LeBron right now, and it's still not even enough.
No, and the thing is, I think when they go back to Cleveland, and I don't want to count out LeBron James because he's carried teams on his back. Really, for 7 years, he's carried everybody. I think they have a shot to win. If they win 2 in Cleveland, then it's anybody's guess who's going to win. I think Boston's going to have to steal one in Cleveland, which I think they could because they've done pretty well with LeBron. They've done pretty well with everyone else. They play smart basketball. They have great defensive help. They double LeBron every single time. But they had 6 guys, almost 7 guys in double figures. Boston right now is playing harder than Cleveland. They're playing smarter, and they want to. It's like a will to win. You look at the bench; they're all into it. You look at Cleveland's bench; guys are rolling their eyes and putting their head down on their laps. You can't be a championship team if you're going to do that. And Cleveland right now looks like a bunch of whiners while Boston is just playing a perfect style of basketball.
All right, so Boston's up 2-0 in the East. Out West, it's game 2 between Golden State and Houston tonight. I got the feeling that Golden State might not lose another game in this playoff. Like this whole season, the whole playoffs.
Well, the thing, it all depends on whether the Rockets, and the Rockets are very streaky. I mean, you don't just go out and you win 65 games. If you're a good team. They have two guys that can really score. James Harden, possibly the best offensive player in the NBA right now, and Chris Paul, who's in his first Western Conference Finals. He has to come in. He's got to get 30 plus. Harden's got to get 40 plus. But the problem is they only have two guys, and the Golden State Warriors have four guys that are, sure bet Hall of Famers, and guys that come off the bench. Andre Iguodala. You have guys, Sean Livingston. You have guys that are really, really good. And if you decide to go big, you put in Pachulia. That changes your team again. The Golden State Warriors don't dribble the basketball no more. Watch the game tonight. Anybody listening? Unless they go to the basket, they take no more than 3 dribbles, and they pass. They in fact, I think they said that Houston dribbled over 900 dribbles during the game last game. The Golden State Warriors, 400. So they have doubled them.
Yes.
I mean, that's,
yes.
Houston is a clear out, spread the floor one-on-one. I think if Houston is going to win, they have to attack the shot clock early, not wait 20 seconds for James Harden or CP3 to go to the basket. They need more shot opportunities. Attack early in the shot clock.
All right, so that's NBA. Now to Major League Baseball. So we make our way through the Inland Sports headlines here. The Dodgers lost to another last-place team. So they got swept by the last-place Reds. They lost to the last-place Marlins last night, 4-2, despite the return of Justin Turner and Logan Forsythe. A little bit later in the show, we'll take a look at tonight's Dodgers lineup because, again, it's going to look different. Everything's changing day by day. Dave Roberts continues to move guys around in that batting order. The Halos, they lost to Houston last night, 5-3, so the rubber game between those two first-place teams, really, because it's percentage points at this point, who's going to be in first place in the American League West. Rubber game tonight, so at the Big A. They've each won one in the series. Third and final game of this series tonight between Houston and the Angels. And a side note to that, Jake Marisnick out of Riverside Poly High School, no longer with the Houston Astros. Jeff, they sent him down to the minors. He has been assigned to AAA, and he's really struggled at the plate this year. Great glove. He's a fantastic outfielder defensively, but offensively, he was really struggling this season. He's one of our favorites on the show, but man, he struck out 41 times this year. That's almost half the time he was at the plate, he was striking out.
Yeah, 48% from, at the plate striking out, and he's only batting 140 on the year. They've got, they need his glove in the outfield. He's fast on the base path. He's a great defender, but they need something. They need a pop, especially from him.
Yeah, there's a guy in the minors named J.D. Davis, who I was telling you, I think I saw him play for Lancaster a couple seasons ago. I'll have to go back and look. And there's another guy in their system. I think his last name was Hawk. I don't know. They got a couple of young guys with some pop in their bat. So they're going to make way for the younger guys here. And Jake Marisnick out of Riverside Poly down to the minors after a slow start for the Houston Astros this season. Another one of our local guys, great game today. In fact, it just went final. Matt Andrews, the pride of Redlands East Valley, UC Riverside. In fact, he's a Redlands Christian guy, too, so that's where my kids go to school. 3 innings in relief, no runs, 3 strikeouts. Matt Andrews out of Redlands getting the win as Tampa Bay beat the Royals 5-3. In fact, Jeff, I know Tampa Bay, that's the team that the Angels are going to play next. The Rays are coming to town to the Big A. There's a ton of people in Redlands snatching up their tickets on Saturday to go down and see Matt Andrews. That's
Pretty
true story.
Cool. Pretty cool.
A couple other local notes here. UCR softball playing its first ever Division I postseason game. They are taking on Nevada at the National Invitational Softball Championship at UNLV. In fact, we just had first pitch, right?
Yes, it's the top of the second inning, and UC Riverside is up 1-0 over Nevada.
You better watch out, John Ramey, voice of the Nevada Wolfpack. We're going to get you.
And Haley Dolcini is on the mound for UC Riverside.
The pride of Fortuna High School. We talked to her, remember, the freshman.
Yes.
Said, how many no-hitters did you have in high school? She's like, I don't know, I forget.
Yeah, she said she threw like 65 straight innings without a hit.
Dominant.
Yeah, so very, very nice for that young freshman to make her mark here, and the first time in postseason.
Yeah. First time in Division I postseason.
So
That's
good job for the Highlanders.
very big deal. And we'll keep you up to date on the Highlanders. Again, UCR softball taking on Nevada in the postseason right now. We'll bring you updates. And Cal Baptist women's golf opening the NCAA Division II National Championship in Houston. We'll bring you up to date on the leaderboard later on the show as well. We're brought to you by Ken Sporting Goods. More than 40 years in the Inland Empire, providing you with all of your sporting gear needs. So they got all the sports equipment. They can also do your Letterman's jackets. They do lots of team sales, screen printing, whatever you might need. They can do it, from Letterman's jackets to baseball bats, soccer shin guards. They've got it all. It's the one and only Ken's Sporting Goods out there in Horsetown, USA, Norco, California, or simply visit them online, kenssportinggoods.com. We love you. All right, we come back here on the Inland Sports Show. So the NBA draft lottery kind of came and went. It kind of flew under the radar a little bit, I think, because the Lakers and the Clippers weren't necessarily near the top. But we're going to explain why the Lakers were not near the top of the draft lottery. And it had to do with Steve Nash. Remember when he played for the Lakers? Like a long time ago. Remember
that's
Steve
right.
Nash?
He did play for the Lakers.
Long time ago.
Wasn't he always hurt? He had like a hamstring or a back.
He stole their money.
He did.
He got I forget what the contract was, and he hardly played.
Now he's playing soccer. Remember, he's a soccer guy.
He's a soccer guy.
Yeah, whatever. Steve Nash.
We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
That girl wild and all off.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Jeff, can I call you out on something?
You can.
Something really bothers me.
Okay, go ahead.
But before we do that, Boost Performance Training, proud sponsor of the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Hey, go to Boost if you're a youth athlete, high school athlete, college athlete, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter the sport either, track and field, football, baseball. Listen, if you go to Boost, you're going to be the biggest, fastest, strongest guy or gal on your team. You're going to be the cool guy on campus or gal. You're going to have a cool Letterman's jacket with lots of patches. But you got to go to Boost Performance Training so you can be the very best on your team, in your sport, get a starting job, scholarship, all the good stuff. Follow Boost Performance on Instagram and Twitter. Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass. So we're celebrating a birthday today here at the station.
We are?
Here at Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. It's like someone's birthday every single day.
But there's no one that works in this building. But there's
no one. It's like a ghost town. But
Yes.
there's lots of birthdays, lots of cakes. You just ate the top of your cupcake, just the top off.
Just the top.
So just like where the frosting is, you ate all that off.
Like a muffin top.
A little bit of the actual cake, and then you just left the rest.
Still on your diet?
Yes.
How's your diet going?
It's horrible. I sent a picture. I had nuts, dried cranberries, and cheese.
And cheese. It's salami.
What are
Yeah,
you, a
salami.
horse?
Yeah, it was bad. I only had 150 calories today. I came in today. Normally I get something to eat, I was starving. We're gonna go out for pizza later. So I'll be good. I'm ready.
You're holding out.
I'm holding out.
You're
so
going to have a big feast on the pizza. You're going to go crazy on that pizza.
There better be 2 or 3 extra pizzas because I'm going to go after it.
If they said, Jeff Gorham, we're going to get you your own pizza, you can pick whatever you want on it. What would you pick on your Jeff Gorham Deluxe Special Supreme?
Well, I've always been a cheese. I love a lot of cheese.
You're a cheese guy. You're a smart guy. You're a flexible guy.
Yeah.
You're a cheese guy.
I like cheese.
He's a good guy.
Okay, here's my new favorite flavor on a pizza. You're gonna think this is crazy.
Probably
jalapeno.
Jalapenos.
I like jalapenos, and I like sausage and pepperoni. Anything of the meat. If they say we got a meat,
you're
pizza.
a meat guy.
Yeah, but I don't eat fungus. I don't eat mushroom.
No.
If you ever go Colton Nickelodeon, try the avocado and chorizo pizza.
Chorizo.
What the hell is wrong with you, Greg? Who the hell puts avocado on a pizza? Wouldn't that just melt?
This guy does.
That would just melt.
Hub City.
No, Hub City.
Hub City?
Hub City does it.
That's like a
avocado on what?
And chorizo.
Chorizo. What do you mean you don't know what chorizo is?
Chorizo isn't that stuff you
like
mix
a
in?
Mexican sausage.
Don't you mix that with eggs?
Yeah.
Like a breakfast food.
I can eat the chorizo, but I can't eat the eggs. The eggs is my one thing. But I thought about this today. I thought about this long and hard. I really did. This weekend, I'm going to try scrambled eggs for the first time since I was a kid.
Yeah!
I'm going to give it a shot because I make great scrambled eggs.
You make them, but when's the last time you ate eggs?
It's probably in like 5th grade, and I put ketchup on them.
Put some ketchup and Tabasco sauce.
Don't put ketchup.
No, just plain, a little salt on top.
Salt and pepper.
I'm really scared though, guys. Just one of those. I have a fear.
No.
But my grandmother, the last time I tried it was at my grandma's house, and she's been dead a long time. So that tells you how long she's not been around a long time. That's pretty horrible for me to say that.
Can you shoot a video of you eating eggs for the first time since 5th grade?
I can. But I told this a student of mine. I told her I was going to eat eggs this weekend. I'm going to hold my word to her because she's a very nice young lady. She goes, "Why don't you like eggs?" I go, "I don't like the texture. I don't like the taste." So Saturday or Sunday morning, I'm going to make myself some eggs, and I'm going to eat the whole thing. I promise.
The whole thing?
Yeah. What if
so not even just taste it.
Wait, how many eggs? Like 1 or 2?
I'll go 2 eggs.
2 eggs?
I'll go 2 eggs
normal.
deep.
Yeah.
I'll go 2 eggs, and I'm going to eat the whole thing. I'm going to do it.
So you won't do it over easy, but scrambled?
I'll try it, whatever it is.
Scrambled.
I'll try scrambled first.
Scrambled, right?
Scrambled, and then I'll try like a fried egg maybe eventually. I'm going to somehow get myself to like eggs. That's the goal of this
They're good
week.
for you.
I know. It's a lot of protein. If I
The
can,
incredible edible egg.
and I make eggs every weekend. I just never eat them.
You're going to love it so much, you're going to build a chicken coop.
Yeah, you got chickens in your backyard.
I already got a cat. I hate cleaning out the cat box. I'm not going to clean out a chicken coop because I'll end up doing it. My kids don't do anything.
You want.
All the eggs I want. Smed won't clean it. What do you clean the cat box at your house, or your kids do it?
I do, but we're trying to get the kids to do it.
That's the worst
they're
thing
starting
in the world.
to come around.
That is the worst job in the world. Is you take that little scooper thing with the holes in it.
Yeah.
It's like a dustpan with holes.
Yeah.
And you just look at poop. It's horrible.
I was the poop guy because we had the dog. We had Bear for 12 years. So who scooped his poop? I did.
Oh.
Who scooped the litter box? I did.
See, I hate it.
I was the poop guy.
When my cat goes, no more pets. Just fish.
Just
When
fish?
fish die, I just throw them in the toilet.
Until you get the chickens.
No,
Chicken
never gonna get chickens. Never gonna get a dog. Cats are done. I'm done with them. Done with pets.
Turn your back on the animals.
Fish are okay. Fish are okay. But I want to get fighting fish. I want 2 fighting fish. I'm gonna put them in the same bowl. Whoever survives remains my fish. And then I leave.
That's the winner.
That's the winner.
Alpha fish.
That is my fish. Whoever wins, the other one gets tossed. Yeah.
It's like Gladiator inside your fishbowl.
Gladiator in the Gorham house. I'm going to have fighting fish.
Hey, welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. Jeff Gorham, Greg Holla. I'm simply Pep Fernandez. We're here every single day, 3 to 6 p.m., unless the Quakes knock us off the air, which I don't think it's going to happen very often. I looked at the schedule. Mike Lindskog is very accommodating, and Rancho Cucamonga might have a game or 2, but other than that, we're smooth sailing every single day of your life. So we had the NBA draft lottery go down yesterday. The number 1 overall pick goes to the Phoenix Suns. Maybe the one team that's worse than my Sacramento Kings. So I guess it's good for Phoenix. The Kings are number 2, which they actually moved up percentage-wise. And the Hawks are number 3. If you're looking at your top 3 picks, it's going to be Suns, Kings, Hawks.
Yeah, and I was thinking about this is a pretty good draft. I didn't really.
Is it? Because I thought it was a weak draft.
No. You got Marvin Bagley Jr., who I think is probably the best player in college basketball. Out of Duke. I mean, you think about that. They have 4 guys.
So let's think about this real quick off the top of your head. We got Bagley Jr., Michael Porter Jr., right, out of Missouri. Ayton, however you want to say it, out of Arizona, the big man.
You got the foreign guy who's supposed to be all-world.
Luka something?
Yeah,
Luka Paliuka.
They're saying he's probably going to be the number 1 pick. Probably because the new coach of the Phoenix Suns was his coach in Kazakhstan or wherever the heck he's from. So he'll end up getting drafted. Then it becomes that. But I would think that they would want Ayton just because they saw him play so much down in
Phoenix
Tucson.
would take Ayton number 1?
I would think you would.
So what you're telling me, no matter what happens, Sacramento's going to get a good player at number 2.
Sacramento's either going to – I think they're going to get either Ayton or Marvin Bagley Jr. That's it. I think the number 1 pick was probably going to go to the foreign kid. Bagley Jr. would be a great steal for Sacramento. I think Ayton is more of a traditional big guy, and I think the NBA's kind of gone away from that. And if Sacramento wants to compete with the Warriors, the Lakers, the teams here on the West Coast, got to play fast. So I would say Bagley maybe. Bagley Jr. is a pretty good player.
I'd be happy with that.
But hey, did you see the Hawks last night? Nobody notices this.
What about the Hawks? Nobody cares about the Hawks.
Jamie Gertz, baby, the actress.
She was there.
She's the owner of the Hawks. She was there at the podium. She's still looking cute. She's like 50. Pretty fantastic.
She got him up to number 3.
Got him up to 3. But there's a lot of good players in this draft. They got the good player from Oklahoma who can score.
Oh, Trae Young.
Trae Young. He could be a good role guy. I don't know if he'll start right away, but in a run and gun system, he might be perfect because he's very streaky.
They were saying he might sign with Puma. That Puma is trying to get back into basketball, and he might be the guy to do it. And I only bring this up because on Netflix I watched that Vince Carter documentary the other day. Have you seen that on Netflix?
No.
How Vince Carter basically revolutionized basketball in the city of Toronto when he played for the Raptors. Basically changed the whole city, but specifically basketball and the culture there. And Puma, Vince Carter started out with Puma. I didn't know this. He was a Nike guy, but he started with Puma. It's because Puma wanted to get back into basketball, and they tabbed Vince Carter as that guy. Well, 20 years later, it looks like maybe they're trying to get back in it again. Maybe Trae Young's going to be that guy, the sharpshooter from Oklahoma, who kind of reminds me of Steph Curry. Is that a fair comparison?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to compare him to any NBA player, he's definitely a Steph Curry because he's a scoring point guard, and he'll pull up from 30. He's a very, very talented player. I just don't know if he's NBA ready yet. I think he's a good role guy. He's one of those guys, maybe like a Sean Livingston guy to come in, be a spark plug off the bench. But it is a deep draft. I mean, I was talking, Trae Young's probably going to be the 6th pick with the Magic. Jaren Jackson is another guy from Michigan State who's really good, and I think the Mavericks are hot after him.
What about our guy at Michigan, the big man, Mo Wagner, that you saw?
Mo Wagner.
He's probably like a top 10 pick, don't you think?
I think he's a first-round pick. I don't know if he's a top 10. I think if you're going to go top 10, Miles Bridges is another guy that could be there, another Michigan State stud. Mikal Bridges, the guy from Villanova, who's the shooting forward. But Mo Wagner, I think, is a very good NBA style player. He's a lot like Dirk Nowitzki, 6'10", 6'11", can stretch the floor. The only thing that might hurt him is the quickness right now because he's not very quick. He's going to have to work on strength a little bit in order to compete and be a superstar in the NBA.
All right, so the Suns go 1, Kings 2, Hawks 3 in the NBA draft. The 76ers check in at number 10, so they're going to get another pretty good player to add with their young core. And that one comes through a Lakers trade. The Clippers have 12 and 13. And then the Lakers, their only first-round pick is going to be at number 25, and that came over in that deal, with Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance Jr. going over to the Cleveland Cavaliers for Isaiah Thomas. Now, the Lakers have no lottery picks, and Jeff, I had to dig deep, and I'm like, wow, the Lakers were not in the lottery. And basically, it's a long, convoluted, detailed trail. We're not going to get into all the details, but basically it stems back to the trade in 2012 when the Lakers got Steve Nash. It's weird. It's a long... draft picks were traded, and if teams finish in the lottery, and if their ping pong ball finished in the top 5, they would get this, or if they were outside the top 12, then they wouldn't get it. It's very long, it's very crazy, but that's why the Lakers did not have a lottery pick.
Well, I'll tell you what, Steve Nash really set back the Lakers, and I think that's probably why they're in this hole right now. They had to give up 4 draft picks. They gave up 4 first-round picks, 2 in 2013, and then 1 in 2014 and 15. But the biggest deal was that was a $28 million deal. The Lakers are still swallowing. It was a 3-year deal.
He hardly played, right?
He played in only 65 games. He never won a playoff game. The only they were swept in the only series he played. 65 games, made $28 million for 65 games.
Man, that's a living. I mean, if you can do it, more power to you, right?
Yeah, crazy.
So the Clippers have number 12 and number 13. So, barring any trades before the NBA draft or during the draft, they're going to probably get 2 pretty good young guys. But the Lakers pick at number 25. So that's kind of those borderline guys where you're not necessarily, I don't know if they're going to make the team, or if they do, they might be like a G League kind of guy. At the end of the first round, second round guys. Not necessarily like the big stars that come out early in the draft who are like, oh, that guy's definitely, he might even start his rookie year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a couple guys under that the Clippers are looking at. Aaron Holiday out of UCLA, the junior point guard. He averaged 20 points a game. And another guy that could be there at that time is Grayson Allen from Duke.
Oh, yeah.
The Clippers do need that spot-up shooter. They lost J.J. Redick a couple years ago, or last year.
Another Duke guy,
but he's one of those guys he had 275 three-pointers in his final 3 years of college. Shot almost 40% from beyond the arc. He's a very good player. I can see the Clippers maybe looking at him.
All right, so we'll keep an eye on all these NBA draft possibilities as we get closer to the draft this summer. When we come back here on the show, we'll bring you all up to date on the high school baseball playoffs, and coming up at 4:30, so just about in 50 minutes, the head coach for the Corona Panthers, Andy Wise. He will join us live on the show. We'll be back. It's your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show, on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I think that's my passion because I've done it. I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and help them reach their athletic potential, help them, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, in terms of speed, power, strength, agility.
eyes, sprinkle it with dew, cover it in chocolate and a miracle or two. The Candyman can.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show.
That makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm a child again. But you know who sang that better?
Who?
That's good, though. That was Willy Wonka, right?
Yep.
Sammy Davis Jr., my man. Oh, Sammy Davis Jr. Candyman is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Of all time?
All time. Anything with Sammy Davis is
So you
great.
got Michael Jackson.
Candyman can.
The Candyman can.
Cause he makes
What was the other one? You said there was another one.
I love Toto.
Toto. I found the rain.
Number one. Yeah, that might be my number. Billie Jean's number one, but Toto, Africa. Don't ask me why. I love it.
Got in my car this morning. I told you this. Turn on Dan Patrick, and Dan Patrick is singing "With Arms Wide Open."
He was singing some Creed.
I'm like, that's my song. I did that first. I sang Creed first, like weeks ago.
Dan Patrick is
stealing our stuff off our show.
Those damn Danettes.
I said that first, and the only reason I started singing Creed is because Greg Holla loves them.
Hey, we were the first for a lot of things. I told everybody yesterday Jamie Gertz was going to be on.
Nobody knew.
And nobody knew that she owned the Brewers or the Atlanta Hawks, did they?
No.
Because I follow Jamie Gertz because I stalk her on social media. I've loved her since I was a young boy.
The news in there. I didn't know. Well, they were poking fun at Creed, and I felt bad because Greg Holla loves him so much.
Yeah,
and I remember I told you when I was down in Orange County that the OC, they really welcomed the Inland Sports Show with their arms wide open. They opened their arms, their hearts, their homes to the Inland Sports Show. And I was singing Creed.
I told you a buddy of mine is friends with Scott Stapp.
He is?
Yes.
You proud of it? Is he like, yeah, I'm friends with Scott's dad?
Well, I think, they were high school buddies, and then he was the basketball coach at Liberty.
University?
Yeah, he was the basketball coach there.
Universidad?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think he got fired because he was hanging out with Scott Stapp. Yeah, trust me. It's right. Let's look up the history of old Scott Stapp. A maniac. Definitely a maniac.
Yeah. All right, well, welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. This segment's brought to you by Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. You can buy, trade, and finance all in the same spot. They got weekly specials, so you can save thousands of dollars. This week's special, if it's still there, the 2014 Chevy Camaro LS. Black on black on black with black rims. You would look so cool right now, driving a car from Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. Yes, you're right, Holla. Bumping Creed. Can't go wrong. You'll pull up at a light, you'll look over, there's a cute girl right there. You crank up the Creed with your
Yeah, that'll happen right there. The cop pulling you over for playing Creed too loud.
For being too cool.
I wouldn't mind a muscle car, though, because I am in my midlife crisis.
Yeah.
I need one.
Would be the worst thing in the world, right?
Now, I need a two-seater. I want to get rid of my kids.
You're sorry. Ran out of seats.
Yeah, no room.
There's no room.
No room.
Me and Mom, and that's it. I'm really sorry.
You guys
can't go this time.
big bowl of food. Take care of yourselves.
Hey, we've got the Inland Empire Baseball Coaches Association All-Star Game coming up. It's the official All-Star Game of the Inland Empire. It's back. It's at San Manuel Stadium, and it's coming up on Friday, June 8th. Jeff Gorham will be doing the play-by-play. Is that true?
I will be doing play-by-play. I will be doing my best Vin Scully.
Your best Mike Lindskog is what you mean.
My best. I'm going to do my best Jeff Gorham. And I'm going to.
Have you called a baseball game?
I've called a couple with you. Yeah, ding dong.
Did we do a couple?
Yes, we've done a couple.
Dude, it's been a long, winding road.
We've done a couple of them. We've done so many different games. The only thing we haven't done is we've done football games. We've done many basketball games. We've done a couple baseball games. We need to do a rodeo.
We did soccer.
Soccer. Oh, that was the greatest thing in my life.
That ended up in a huge brawl. Remember that?
Best. It was never. It was like 4-on-4 hockey or soccer at the end. It was great.
The All-Star Game's coming up Friday, June 8th. Make sure you follow at IEBCA on Twitter. Follow all the latest updates. But we know for sure it's Friday, June 8th, 7:05, San Manuel Stadium, home of the Inland Empire 66. We're going to carry it live on the Inland Sports Channel as the top high school baseball players in the IE get one more shot at glory. You can watch it live. Let's pack the stadium. But if you can't make it out there to San Bernardino, watch it live on the Inland Sports Channel. Well, we got high school baseball playoffs, and we got wild card games today. In fact, I think ace reporter Daryl Trujillo is at the King versus Vista Murrieta wild card game in Division I right now.
He's got his hands in everything.
He does.
Always.
Right now.
He is.
He is. All right, also a couple other wild card games from today. The first round will officially begin Thursday and or Friday, depending on the division here for high school baseball. But we got Redlands at home against San Juan Hills. The Terriers look really good in D3. Can't believe they're a wild card team. They're better than that. Linfield Christians taking on Chafee in D3. Valley View gets Coco Crisp in Shadow Hills.
Coco Crisp?
Oh, yeah, he's back.
That's right. He is the coach out there.
In Division 3.
Way out there.
We also have Cajon taking on Temescal Canyon, a great all-local Inland Empire battle in Division 3. Then we jump to Division 5. Arrowhead Christian is at home for Xavier Prep. Remember ACA? Remember, Jeff, they won the D7 CIF title the night, I think it was the night before, 2 nights before, the coach's, I think it was the coach's wife passed away.
That's right.
You remember that?
That was horrible.
Yes.
Yes, I do remember that. That was terrible. Who are they playing? Xavier Prep?
Xavier.
Xavier
Prep.
Oh, okay, Xavier.
Xavier. That's how Rich Jeff would say it, right?
Yes.
Xavier.
It's not Xavier's, Xavier.
And a wild card game from yesterday, Citrus Hill flexing their muscles on Serrano. 9-0 the final score in Division 4. So those are all wild card games. You win, you advance to the official first round of the CIF playoffs, either Thursday or Friday. The big one on Friday, no doubt about this one, Corona taking on Redlands East Valley in Division 1. So we're going to have Andy Wise, the skipper of the Panthers, live in about 30 minutes talking about that showdown.
You know he's crazy, right?
In a good kind of way.
He's just crazy.
Yeah.
He's nuts. I can't wait to talk to him. He's nuts.
He's awesome. He's one of our favorites. So he's going to join us live coming up at 4:30 to break down Corona and Rev. Remember, Corona went all the way to Dodger Stadium last year. They went to the Division 1 championship game. They ended up losing to El Toro for the title, but, I mean, they went all the way to the finals in Division 1. Division 1 high school baseball in the southern section is probably the best in the entire country.
It's like college baseball. A lot of those guys move on. A lot of them get drafted. That Trinity League is incredible for baseball. So is the Big 8.
Yeah, if you watch Division 1 high school baseball in this area, in the Inland Empire, the southern section playoffs, you're going to see a lot of guys who are about to turn pro. In a couple of weeks, their lives are going to change when they get drafted in the MLB draft. There's a lot of good players.
The guy at Santiago.
Bryce Terang, a first-rounder, maybe, I don't know, maybe number 1 overall, but a first-rounder at least.
We're saying he's definitely going to be in the top 5. That's the word. Could go to, I think they said number 2, Detroit, possibly.
Maybe.
Yeah, so there we go.
That's what your boy Tim Hatch wants. He's a Tiger fan.
Yeah, he's going to be he's a Tiger fan, but they're not very good.
They're not very good. They're really bad.
Yes.
They're bad. Okay, first round softball is tomorrow. Norco, though, not playing tomorrow. They got a first round bye. They are the top seeded team in Division 1 for the CIF Southern Section softball playoffs. So Norco will play next week. We're going to have them live in studio. In fact, I just got confirmation. Norco softball will join us on the show on Friday.
Yeah!
4:30.
I love it!
So we'll talk Norco softball. They went all the way to the finals last year. They lost to Los Alamitos in that championship
weren't
game.
They undefeated or ranked number 1 in the country when they ended up they were number 1 in the country and lost in the championship.
I think that sounds right. Yeah. They had Taylor Dawkins, the best player in the country. They were on a roll, and Los Alamitos got them 3-1 last year. So if you look at the brackets, Norco's number 1. Seeded number 1.
Yes.
Los Alamitos is number 2. So we might have a rematch in that championship game.
Good. Beat them, cook them up, and eat them, and destroy them.
A couple other teams who went to the CIF finals last year, Poly went to the Division 2 championship game. They lost to Camarillo, but now Riverside Poly's in Division 1. Poly is going to open up with Huntington Beach in the softball playoffs tomorrow. That's going to be tough.
That's a really tough one.
And Marietta Mesa won the CIF Division III championship last year, 3-1 against Hart. So now Marietta Mesa's jumped up all the way to Division I.
What?
And they will open the playoffs against Santiago. That's an all-local battle. It's going to be wonderful.
That's crazy. I don't understand. They went from D3 to D1. I don't know why they're bouncing.
Because they're that good.
That's crazy.
They won a title. They moved them up. When we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, we're going to salute all the old guys out there. So if you're an old guy, this is for you. And Jeff still thinks he can play high school basketball. And you know what? If he moves to Texas, he might actually do it.
I'm telling you, I feel better than I have in years.
We'll be back at the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
This is a good one.
Sammy Davis.
Gumdrops, anything you want.
Tomorrow.
Come to the right man because I'm the candy man.
Here it is.
Who can take a sunrise?
Who can make a sunrise?
Sprinkle it with you.
Sprinkle it with you.
Cover it with chocolate and a miracle.
Look at that. Was he the best or what? Oh, the Candyman can.
That sounds almost like Scott Stapp.
Candyman.
Sounds like he's from Chicago.
Chicago.
Tastes good.
I was going to try to do the Candyman in Chicago accent. I don't know if I can do that.
Who can make a rainbow? Watch him. He's dancing.
So I saw him dancing for a second. He looked just like
Sammy Davis Jr. was
like
the
him.
best. I missed him every day. He and Dean Martin were great together.
Old Dino.
You know, we're kind of like the Rat Pack here.
The Rat Pack of
We
the
are
IE.
the Rat Pack of the IEs.
Right, we run this.
I would want to be Dean Martin more than anybody alive. I want to drink a martini every night of my life. I want to sit around. I want to look at my kids and say, "Go ahead and play, guys. Just play,
Hey, guys.
Just play." I want to wear ascot. I want
Slippers.
Slippers and a big like what the night coat that the guy who owned Playboy, smoking
Yeah,
jacket.
they're almost like double-breasted. You know what I mean? Like they have buttons on both sides.
I want to be Hugh Hefner. I know he's long gone in the grave, but I'll tell you what, I could have been Hugh Hefner. Could you imagine me walking around, playmates on each arm? Man, if I could only relive my youth. That's what I would have done. I would have become.
Instead, you're here with us.
Instead,
eating sweet rolls and the tops of cupcakes, listening to the Candyman.
Oh, there's nothing better. Nostalgia, man. It just makes me think about when I was younger, at high school days, playing high school basketball. Gosh, man, I miss those days.
So that would be really, because if I could be anyone in the world, I would probably pick like a huge international soccer star like Messi or Ronaldo or David Beckham, because you would be treated like a rock star. Hey, why? Hold on. You'd be treated like a rock star.
What the hell is wrong with you?
You could go to some remote island in the Indian Ocean and they'd be like, "Oh, Pep Fernandez, aye."
But you're not. But you wouldn't be living in America.
No.
You wouldn't be famous.
I'd be all over the world.
When you retire, you come out to the MLS and collect some money.
At the end,
that's what you would be as a soccer guy.
They are like rock stars.
Stop it. They're
Rock
not either.
stars. Who does Kobe hang out with? Messi. That's his guy.
No.
Lionel Messi.
Messi hangs out with Kobe.
No, Kobe gets to hang out with him.
Stop it. You just stop it, man. I'm telling you though, if I could go back in time.
Okay, that's what you would do.
I would go. Yeah.
Okay, Greg. Let's take lead singer of Creed out of the equation. What would you do?
Pablo Escobar.
I'd be a zookeeper.
A zookeeper.
Get out of here. Would you really?
Yeah, I like animals and I take care of them. They don't complain.
You don't complain. There's a good.
I have a job for you. You want to be a zookeeper?
No.
I'm telling you. No. You know where this is coming, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I'll pay you $5 an hour. You come over and watch my kids. Same thing. I'll even give you biscuits and you can feed them and everything.
But
as long as I can throw them in cages.
You can.
Okay.
Hey, feel free.
But he likes it when they don't complain. There's the key.
You know what? I'll let you muzzle my kids if you like. You can be the zookeeper at the Gorham household. Would you really be a zookeeper?
Yeah.
Oh man. See, I think I'd want to be like Pablo Escobar.
No,
or somebody on the daring edge.
Hey,
nah.
what did you think? As we're back here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. On Friday, I was at Disneyland. We had Friday off. We took a day off here on the radio.
Best day ever.
And I got a picture of a guy sweeping up popcorn.
I
sent it to you, and I tweeted it out and said, "This could be you, Jeff."
I loved it, but the guy had on bad shoes. That's what made me kind of upset.
Ruined the outfit?
Ruined the outfit. He had like dark shoes on with his white.
You got to have white shoes,
outfit.
right?
Yeah, white shoes. I got them on right now. I can work at Disneyland right now.
Oh, yeah, you could.
I do.
Wait, what section would you like to work in, though?
Yeah, probably Tomorrowland.
Over by Space Mountain?
Yeah.
That's where I saw him.
Yeah.
I did. That's exactly where I saw him.
You should have went up to him and said, Jeff?
Oh,
yeah, I do. That's my job when I'm going to retire in 2 years. I'm going to work at Disneyland. I'm going to pick up popcorn. That's what I want to do. Call me crazy. I want to work a couple days a week. What are you doing? I'm going to go pick up popcorn and watch people.
People watch.
Say hello.
Get some exercise because you're constantly walking around.
Yeah. Say hello. I'll sing a little bit. I can do that. I can sing some Candyman. They think I'm crazy, but I'll do it. I'm telling you though, I want to go back to high school and start all over. I I missed my senior year of playing. That was the toughest thing for me is I missed my last year. I broke my leg so bad. So bad. I want to play hoops again.
What leg was it?
My left leg. Broke my ankle really bad.
Ugh.
But, man, I'm telling you, I think I can still play. I feel it. My legs have been feeling good for the last couple
Well,
days.
I'm glad you're feeling good, and I'm glad you have, like deep down in your gut, you can still do it because I think there's still a chance.
What?
There's still a chance. That's where we're going next here on the Inland Sports Show. It's brought to you by Spoiled. Quick quality oil change. Spoil yourself. Spoil your car. Go get your oil changed right now at Spoiled. Quick quality oil change. So, there's a couple stories as we salute the old guys out there. The first one is, because I know Jeff really wants to go back to high school and hoop it up, be the big star, the big man on campus once again.
Yes, with hair.
So I was like, you know what? That's pretty far-fetched. They make movies about those kinds of things. Going back to school and you're really old and you're trying to fit in with the teenagers.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it actually happened in Texas.
What do you mean?
Jeff, you're the one that turned me on to this story.
I did. Yes, a 25-year-old guy who said he was a refugee? No, it's a refugee?
Yeah, that's what they call him, a refugee from Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, Nolens. He went to a high school earlier this year. In Texas,
the beginning of the year.
It was Hillcrest High School, wasn't it?
That was the second high school.
Oh, that was the second one.
What happened is he signed up at a high school. He couldn't get a physical, so he transferred to another high school. He had all his documents in order. He ended up going to a Hillcrest High School.
How can you have documents in order?
He doctored them.
Fake.
Hey,
fake news.
So the guy ends up going to Hillcrest High School.
He's 25 years old.
25 years old.
And he enrolls in high school.
Enrolls and is a superstar. Was the player of the year in his league. He scored 40 points on the number 1 ranked team in the nation. 40 points.
Did?
40. I looked him up. He scored 40 points in the number 1 ranked team in the nation. Their team got killed, but he scored 40. He averaged 25 points a game. But here's the kicker.
What's the kicker?
He was 25 years old.
He played against teenagers.
Yeah, in fact, his college coach, because he ended up playing small college basketball, his college coach saw a game, and he said, that guy looks a lot like the guy that played for me in college. Guess what?
Sure enough.
It was the same guy. And he was dating a 14-year-old girl.
Oh, that's the worst part of the story.
That is the really, really bad side. The guy was that's basically a molester. 25 years old.
He was 25. The girl he was dating was 14, and he was the high school basketball star.
He was the high school basketball star. They found out after the season was over. He got all his accolades, but the biggest problem is he told everybody he was a freshman. A 25-year-old freshman.
How can that be? How did everyone buy that? Like, I saw the guy's picture.
He doesn't look like he's 14 or 15 because that's what a high school freshman is. 14, 15 years old. He was 6'2" as well.
And they say, according to the reports I read as well, that he just wanted to relive his glory days. He wanted to go back and play high school basketball, so he did.
So I'm thinking about this.
There's a chance, Jeff.
There is a chance. I'm gonna reach out to Ramona High School maybe tomorrow. I'm going to reach out to their athletic director, and I know that I didn't play my senior year.
You could get it back.
I'm going to get it back. But I'm not going to say I'm 14. I'm going to say I'm 47. I deserve my year back, and I'm going to apply with CIF to see if I can get that year back.
Would that be funny?
Oh, I'd dominate.
Let's do it. No, seriously, try to get you reinstated.
We need to get reinstated. We're going to reach out to John Tibbles. If I do play,
straight to the commish, Rob Wygod.
He likes me. He might give me a shot.
Yeah, he does like you.
Just think of it this way: I might get in the Hall of Fame if I can relive that senior year, which I never played.
Right now,
we
throw you on the Ramona High School basketball team here in Riverside. # the Riv raised me. How many points could you score at the varsity level right
50.
now? 50.
50
per game.
But you'd have to post. I'd have to be in the post and couldn't run. But there would be nobody in the post that could stop me. Because this strength, I'm 270 pounds. I'm 6'8", 270. I was 290, about a month ago. But 270, I would be a beast inside. I would average 50 rebounds. I'd average 50 points. And I think I could get 40 a game. I really do. Because I can deadly from.
So you'd be in the River Valley League. So think about yourself matching up with
50.
La Sierra, Supa Dupa Harupa,
Hillcrest.
Oh, yeah.
It
would have been you and Big Vic.
Oh, yeah, Vic couldn't guard me because I would have muscled him. There's no.
Wait, didn't he sign with Pepperdine? He's good.
Yeah, I don't care. It's the man strength. You know that there's always a strength. You remember when you were a kid? You know, you see those older guys.
Yes.
They're like the coach or your dad or anybody.
Or even like as a freshman, I think of the seniors on the team. In my mind, they're still like bigger and stronger than me. Because like in my mind, I was like, dude, those are the seniors.
There was
They're
that
like grown
man
men.
strength. Remember, there was like that man strength.
Yes.
And I always wondered if I had that man strength, and then my kids start wrestling with me, and I throw them around like rag dolls. I have that man strength.
Finally
have the man strength. I honestly think I could score as many as I wanted. They couldn't stop me. And then if they did double me, my guys would be wide open. I'd average 20 assists.
Let's
do it.
You know what?
Let's do it.
Wouldn't that be funny if we just called Tibbles or say, hey, can you call into the show? We have a proposal for you.
Yeah, I'm coming
Jeff
back.
wants his senior year back.
I want it. I'm going to do it.
He wants it back. He can still play. You could lead them. When's the last time Ramona won a league championship? Was it when you were there?
No, they won it with Quincy won a couple championships, league championships. But we were the only ones that were undefeated.
But that could change.
All right, we could relive it. I'm going to relive it.
Relive it.
2019 could be my year, Pep.
Your best year ever.
Hey, I'm 47. There's a lot of guys, a lot of old dudes coming back.
Lots of old guys. Old guys can still play as we salute the Old Guys Rule segment here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. How old is Terrell Owens?
44 years young.
He's 44, and we looked it up. The last time that Terrell Owens played in the National Football League was 2012?
He was played in an official game 2010, but remember he signed with the Seattle Seahawks for 20 days in 2012.
Didn't really stick.
No.
So it's been, the better part of 8 years? Like going on 8 years since he actually played in the NFL? Like
8 years since he
played?
Remember, he's going into the Hall of Fame later on this summer.
Yeah, it's usually the first weekend in August.
Yes.
They have the Hall of Fame game, and they honor the class of 2018.
Well, he is making a comeback.
Well, see, Terrell Owens is pretty wacky. And he likes social media, like Chad Johnson does, Ocho Cinco, and he went on Twitter, and he was tweeting out all these videos of him working out, running routes, catching the football. His tweet said, "Still got it? ? Never lost it. # opportunity needed at NFL." And he had another video, and he put # stay ready. Jeff, is he hinting at an NFL comeback? Does he really think he can play back in the NFL again?
I really believe he does. He's one of those, I'm looking at the video right now. You know, he's built like a Greek god.
He's still in fantastic shape.
He called out Odell Beckham Jr. and Dez Bryant and invited them to come train with him. But he's looking pretty
he did. That's right, he did.
It's the craziest thing in the world, but you look at him and he's a physical specimen. I think, though, he's one of those guys that wants to self-aggrandize and he wants to make himself...
he wants to stay relevant.
But if he plays in a game, he's ineligible to go into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, that has to be 5 years removed, right?
So he would have to be reinstated, and then he wouldn't get that jacket.
He's going to go in. I mean, if you were him and you're like, I'm going to go in the Hall of Fame one day anyways, if I still think I can play football, I mean, what? Even just an invite to training camp somewhere.
Well,
right? Would somebody do that?
Well, I'll tell you what. There's an online poll right now, and 52.6% say that Terrell Owens could still play in the NFL and be effective.
52%?
52.6%.
But what happened in 2012? That was 6 years ago when he couldn't even stick with Seattle.
People forget very quickly, just like people are going to forget that I'm going to be playing for the Ramona Rams next year.
Ram High.
You call it, I'm in. Why God, CIF. I'm making my comeback.
We will broadcast your return to high school basketball if that happens. Get your senior year back.
Everybody will follow that because I will break all records. All records.
The Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Kin Sporting Goods. More than 40 years in the Inland Empire, taking care of all of your sporting gear needs. They do Letterman's jackets. They do team sales. They do embroidery. They can do it all. No order is too big or too small. Go check out what they got. Again, all the sports equipment you could ever dream of. Kin Sporting Goods, more than 40 years, right here in the IE, holding it down for all the local teams and athletes. When we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, we'll jump back into some high school baseball. Andy Wise, the head coach of the Corona High School Panthers, trying to get his team back to a CIF championship game. They did it last year at Dodger Stadium. Can they do it again? Huge game against Rev coming up on Friday. We're going to preview that with the coach Andy Wise when we come back. It's the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajalco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
This one goes out to Jeff Gorham. You can feel it.
For a guy that said he didn't see nothing good today, Jeff Gorham.
Yeah!
Jeff would say, feel it in his bones.
I love this.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. This segment's brought to you by Boost Performance Training in Corona with Coach Ray Bass. Lacrosse, golf, football, everything in between from youth, high school, college, it doesn't matter. Be the best on your team. Get that scholarship, varsity, starting job. Check out Boost Performance Training on Twitter, on Instagram, all those places on social media. Check out Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass.
Hey, speaking of the scholarships, UC Riverside getting ready to win this ball game up 5-0 in the 6th inning.
It's almost over?
Almost. They play 7 innings in softball, right? I believe so.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, it's always different. Like the guys, they play a doubleheader. They play 9.
The guys,
the baseball, they go 9 innings.
Guys.
And then the second game, 7 innings. We just found that out.
What's up, guys?
Guys. Hey, see, Grand Canyon is on the watch list. Probably going to make the NCAA baseball tournament.
Are they?
Yes. And didn't the Cal Baptist play Grand Canyon? Or was it UC Riverside? One of our locals played Grand Canyon.
I guess it had to have been UCR, I guess. I'm trying to go back in the old Rolodex.
I looked over the teams that are most likely going to get into the national tournament. Cal State Fullerton, Grand Canyon, UCLA.
UCLA.
Wow. Those are the hot. Yeah, wow, exactly. So we're looking at the locals. No UC Riverside to make the national tournament.
Are you comfortable, Jeff?
I feel wonderful. I got my legs up.
He's got coffee. He's had. You ate the rest of your cupcake.
I ate the rest. Hey, have I not told you in the last 3 days I have felt better physically than I have since I was a young boy?
I can tell you're kicking back. You got your feet up. You had a cupcake. You got a little cup of coffee. I mean, you're living it.
I've got a little tan going on. I'm starting to feel like summer's here. I'm starting to feel good about myself. My summer body's almost
here. Your summer
here.
body?
It's almost here. I can't wait to show you my washboard abs. I'm going to show everyone.
But right now, let's go straight to the spoiled, quick quality oil change.
Does he have washboard abs?
Celebrity hotline. Well, let's ask him. That'll be our first question for Corona head baseball coach Andy Wise. Coach Wise, we were just talking about our washboard abs. Jeff over here wants to know, do you have washboard abs?
I do. They're just lopped under about 20 pounds of, blubber type stuff. So.
Same here. I think we're in the same boat.
Hey, you might have 20. I got a good 60 on me underneath there. But underneath there somewhere.
I was just being nice for radio's sake for myself. I'm lying, man. Forget about it.
Well, we got Andy Wise here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. It's a big weekend of high school baseball. We got some wild card games yesterday, today, and then things will really get cracking here in the first round Thursday and Friday. The big one on Friday. In fact, when we saw the brackets come out, I couldn't believe my eyes. It's Corona hosting Redlands East Valley on Friday, an all-IE battle. Coach, just what was your initial reaction, just your gut reaction when you saw how the brackets kind of shape out for you guys and opening with Redlands East Valley?
It's a team that we haven't played. We haven't got to match up with Rev since I've been here over the 9 years. So we've heard a lot about them. Know they do great things. Know they got some great kids over there and some good tradition. So there's no relief or, anything of any nature or scared. Everybody is good in D1 and we know we're going to match up with somebody good every week. And here's Rev. So let's see what's happening and try to prepare the best we can for, once again, a great Rev program.
Now, Coach, like you said, playing great teams. You guys play great teams every single game in your conference. Will this help you think, playing against, Rev's a great team, great conference, but the conference you guys are in is top-notch, probably one of the best in the country.
It was rated as one of the best in the country this year, and it really is. Top to bottom. I don't want to say who was on the bottom because it really didn't matter. That team on the bottom was really good and worked its way up. Heck, Norco took 2 or 3 from us. They didn't make the playoffs. These are really good teams, and they go out and they prove it. And we even try to prove it in our non-league games. We go out there and play in the best of tournaments we can and try to schedule the best non-league games we can to prepare for a group like this. So hopefully we're ready to whether deliver a punch in the mouth or take a punch in the mouth and respond. We like to think that we're battle-tested and ready for a good group like this.
Hey, Coach Wise, are there any positives you can take away from a team like Rev, like you mentioned? You've never seen them before. Is that something that could be beneficial for you guys, or do you like to go up against a team that you've seen time and time again, or is it kind of new, something fresh, something like, hey, you know what, they don't really have a lot of background on us, and we don't have a lot of background on them. Let's just go out there, roll the ball out, and see what happens.
I'm sure they're calling around. We're calling around just to find out what we can find out, and I tell my guys that whatever we find out, it really doesn't matter because we're going to go out and try to do us. We're really focused on what we do. So whether it's someone we play 3 times a year in our league, someone we get with every off season, maybe even a fall winter, or even a group like Rev who we've never seen. So we go out to Vegas and play some teams, and we play some really deep Orange County teams that we don't get to see in the fall winter or whatever. And we don't know too much about them either, and we just like to hope that our kids are prepared for whatever's put in front of them and go out there and compete. Like I said, against whether take a punch in the mouth from a big group or deliver it as well and be able to continue that momentum, whatever's going on, and not get overwhelmed by these really good teams because they are really good.
Talking with Andy Wise, the head baseball coach at Corona High Schools. They open up the CIF Southern Section playoffs, Division I at home on Friday against Redlands East Valley. Coach, when I look at that Division I bracket, I just sit back and think, good Lord, even those first-round games feel like at least like CIF semifinals. Like every single game looks like a battle. You guys went all the way to the finals last year, especially in Division I in the CIF Southern Section. Don't you feel like that carries like a ton of weight just considering how many great teams there are, not only in the Inland Empire, but the entire Southern Section?
It should. It is. It's looked at that way, not just from us. We get a ton of love on that one. It is a big deal. They call it the gauntlet, the dirtiest of gauntlets. The Southern Section D1, playoffs is crazy. And, we've done it twice now, 2012, 2017 last year. We're super pumped about that. We just try to, like I said, it's one game at a time, and we try to break it all the way down to one pitch at a time. So we're not too focused on these big other teams. We're really just trying to do us, whether we're at home, on the road, trying to take all the pressure end out of it as much as possible and just go play some good baseball. And it is. There's a bunch of luck that goes into it, too. I'm not just sitting here saying, that we found a way to get through it. It is that, and it is some luck, man, and we've been fortunate.
Hey, Coach, I'll use Don Mattingly, for example. He's got rules, policies on facial hair and how you have to keep your hair and beards and mustaches. Do you have anything like that for your guys?
Ours is more substance over style. I need you to come out and I need you to do it right the way we do it at practice every day. I need you to do it right at school. I need you to do it right with the rest of the group in the locker room. I need you to do it right in the community. So if you have purple hair or a Jedi tail or a mustache or sideburns or a mohawk, if it's not interfering with what we do, I'm okay. I'm okay with it. Like the rat tail, Pep. I know where you're going.
That's where I'm
going. Handle business, man. You can do what you got to do with us. That's kind of how I go about it.
Well, Pep, I just want you to think about this. These are like 15, 16-year-old kids.
Yeah, 17 maybe.
If they have facial hair, then I applaud them, for gosh sake.
If they can grow it out.
Yeah, if they can grow out a good mustache, then they deserve to wear a mustache.
Well, Coach, I won't beat around the bush because you already mentioned it, the rat tail. I love the rat tail. I'm a fan of the rat tail. Not a lot of guys can pull it off, but you've got at least one running around your team.
We got one. He came in with it. I tried to ask him, is this a family loom, like an heirloom? Is this a religious thing? What do we got? His dad has one. He has one. And who am I going to be to try to get this guy not to, as long as he's doing what we need him to do, period. It's not a distraction. We're okay with it. I'm not mad.
I want to see the young man's dad. Does he wear cut off jean shorts and ride around on a bike?
Dad has an awesome rat tail going top dog. It is the real deal. So he can braid it up. He can get down. He's got options.
He's got options. We're talking with Andy Wise, the head baseball coach at Corona High School. The Panthers got Redlands East Valley to open up the D1 playoffs coming up on Friday. Hey, Coach, before we let you go, obviously you guys made it all the way to Dodger Stadium last year for the D1 championship. Didn't go your way against Del Toro, but that was a pretty special team. Michael Hobbs, Brendan Beck, of course. This year's team, is it similar to to last year's team? Is there a lot of differences from that team that made it all the way to the championship game?
Ton of differences. It's a way different group. Last year was a bunch of men that played together on the varsity, basically as sophomores, juniors, and then seniors. They were big guys, big physical dudes. These are young guys. We got a couple of veteran guys that are physical, and then the rest of them are all, for the most part, freshmen and sophomores. And we challenged them right away, said, we're going to rely on you, we're going to count on you, you're going to take your lumps, we're going to take our lumps. And we put it in their hands, and they rose to the occasion big time. And that's kind of where we are right now. Big, different group. Had a totally different coaching job this year than last.
Well, Coach, hey, I wanted to bring this up with you. Is that, I was looking up Major League Baseball on Wikipedia today, and I'm going through, and it said Coach Andy Wise is the guy that invented the walk-up music. Is that true?
Unless you put that on that Wikipedia, then that could be true. We talked about it. There's been some discrepancies, and some people talked about it, and I bet there is some great arguments on a bunch of people's parts. But like I said, back then, as far as I know, man, back 1993, Long Beach State it was Iron Man coming out of the bullpen, ask around, read around, Google it, do what you got to do. Yeah, it's pretty funny, though. It was good times. It was just a scrappy guy who was happy to get out there and be able to help his teammates and wanted to make it the best he could. And I kind of pushed that envelope as far as the music went. So, yeah.
Hey, also, one more thing, Coach. As I talk to you, all I can picture in my head, I know what you look like, but your voice. Has anybody ever told you sound like Jeff Spicoli?
Oh, wow. What a compliment, Pap. I appreciate that. I can't believe it right there. Learning about Cuba, having some food. Come on, man. I'm all about it. You're beautiful, Pep. I appreciate it. I'm far from it. I am Orange County, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm like sitting here. I'm talking to Jeff Spicoli right now. Mr. Hand.
I love it.
I feel like Mr. Hand. I'm going to take.
All I need is way.
Oh, man. The best.
Aloha, Mr. Hand. I've been thinking about Mr. Hand. If I'm here and you're here, doesn't that make it our time?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, Coach nailed it.
That made my day.
So many good things from this interview, and most of them had nothing to do with baseball. Spicoli and rat tails is what I'm going to remember about this one.
You expected it. You didn't know what to expect, but you expected it, Pat. So I got you.
Hey, I'm just going to remember, if you have a rat tail, you've got options. There's a lot of different things you can do.
That's right. Blow dry it, flare it, do what you got to do.
Coach, you're the best, man. Hey, good luck against Redlands East Valley on Friday, and hopefully we can catch up again soon. We always appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Pat. Thank you guys for having me, and we need it. So good group. So thank you, Pat. Thank you, guys.
Good luck, Spicoli.
Yeah, hey, Pat. Let's party.
See you, Coach.
Later, guys.
Andy Wise from Corona High School. When I said, hey, Coach Wise is doing the show today, Jeff's like, yeah, he's a fun guy. We're going to have some fun with him.
Oh,
I did not know we were going to go Spicoli, and honestly, I didn't know we were going to go down the rat tail trail.
Dude, as soon as I heard him talk, I'm going, man, he's Jeff Spicoli right here. That's the best. Mr. Surfer.
He knew all the lines, too.
He did. I knew it. I was listening. I'm like, man, he sure does sound like him. That's funny.
When we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, we're going to talk about the Dodgers. We just saw the lineup. They're underway in Miami. We're going to talk about the Dodgers starting lineup, what the batting order looks like tonight, and we'll get you all set for Astros and Angels, another first-place battle at the Big A. We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Hey, woman.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the Crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I think that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
Focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. Just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. Come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Hey, Jeff, good call on the Spicoli for Coach Andy Wise.
I swear, I was sitting here listening to him. I'm like, oh, hey, bud. That's all you think. Hey.
What?
Who's singing this song? Don't look. You just looked.
I didn't look.
Yeah, you did. Who's singing?
Hold on. I can't hear it. Let me put in my other earbud.
Come on.
No, I know this one.
You better.
It's
You have daughters. Hey, you have daughters. Good job. I'm glad I didn't bet you $1,000. I am going to get you next one. I'm going to get you.
Get me for $1,000. $1,000 on the line.
Hey, free. It's legal to bet now.
Anything goes.
Anything goes.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. This segment's brought to you by Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. You can buy, trade, and finance. They do it all right there, so they make it super easy for you. Save thousands of dollars. Ask for the weekly special. It's Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. All right, so the Dodgers are back in Miami tonight, taking on the Marlins. The Dodgers have lost 5 in a row, all 5 of those games against last-place teams. Cincinnati was last. The Marlins are last. They got to snap this losing streak against a last-place team. I just took a peek at the Dodgers lineup. I know you got the score, Jeff. We're going to get the score in just a second. Do you have the Dodgers score?
I do.
I just said you had the score, so I'm hoping you got the score.
I have it.
But I just saw the Dodgers batting order. Oh, this is driving me nuts. Just like the Angels batting order drives me nuts. And we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
So, batting leadoff for the Dodgers today and playing second base is Chase Utley. Huh? Like what?
There is nobody in that lineup batting over 300. Not what? Justin Turner, he's hitting 400, but he's only played a game, for gosh sake.
Do you know who I might put at the top of the order if I'm the Dodgers right now? I think I might put Matt Kemp.
Go Kemp and maybe Bellinger right after him. I might go Bellinger too. I mean, that's the hot take right now in pro baseball is you get your best hitter, your power guy, you put him up second.
I just don't. They don't have a true leadoff man.
They don't, and it's by committee. I'm looking at over at Miami. They've got 3 guys over 300. 3 guys. They have identical records virtually.
And they're in last place.
Oh,
How's that happen?
Miami's got 15 wins. The Dodgers got 16. But they're just not getting anything from anyone.
And it's wacky. Okay, so Chase Utley is hitting leadoff for the Dodgers tonight in Miami. Chris Taylor, who's usually the leadoff man, is now hitting 6th. And he's not even playing center field. He's back at shortstop because Cody Bellinger is playing center field. Bellinger's not even at first base. Max Muncy is playing first base tonight. Jeff, listen, I know Dave Roberts knows a lot more about baseball than I ever will, but I feel like he's scrambling right now. Like, something's got to work. Let's try this. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try this. That didn't work. Let's try this. Like, I feel like he's doing anything to stop the bleeding.
Oh, they got Max Muncy in there. He's playing like Chuck Muncy. He's batting. He's batting 228.
Wasn't he a Ram?
Yeah.
I think I interviewed him.
Yeah, Chuck Muncy, man. He's playing first base for the Dodgers tonight. You know, Yasiel Puig, who's hit 2 home runs in the last 2 games.
Hitting 8th.
Batting 8th. Yeah, no, granted he's batting 208. He's coming off a little injury, but good golly, he's the only guy that's giving you any kind of offense the last 2 days.
I'd put maybe even Puig at leadoff.
Holy cow. I don't understand it. I'm starting, like I said, after the Joe Panic home runs on back-to-back days and opening days, I called it. I said I'm done for the year. I think that window for the Dodgers of the last 5 years might be shutting.
I just look at the Dodgers batting order, and again, that's like my favorite part of the day. I can't wait till the Dodgers tweet out, put on Instagram their batting order for the day and who's playing where. And I just look at it and I'm like, man, they are scrambling.
Well,
I know pitching matchups and righties versus lefties and this and that. They're going to change the lineup a little bit every day. But these are like drastic things every single day to the Dodgers lineup. I mean, Cody Bellinger, who's your first baseman, is playing in center field. And Chris Taylor, who's your center fielder, is playing shortstop because Seager's out. But you could easily play Kike Hernandez at short. I mean, there's other options. I just feel like guys are constantly moving. And now you've got Chase Utley hitting leadoff. And maybe it's just for tonight. Maybe it's an experiment. I just feel like they're just trying to patch anything together because nothing is working.
Well, middle of the third, Miami.
Are they winning? Are the Dodgers winning?
They are down 1-0. 1-0, middle of the third. You know, one other thing I wanted to talk about. Matt Kemp, is he not your guy that you look at as your power hitter?
I would look at Bellinger and Matt Kemp.
Why would you not put him in the lineup every single day? I'm sorry. You're paying them good money.
Oh, he's not in the lineup today? Oh, wait, it's Jock Peterson, huh?
Jock Peterson.
And where's Jock batting? Second?
Batting second. But there is no Matt Kemp. Matt Kemp needs to be in your everyday lineup.
And Grandal.
Yes.
The heart of your lineup has to be Yasmani. Okay, so Justin Turner's going to hit third. Fourth, I would probably have Bellinger. I guess I would put Kemp fifth. Turner, Bellinger. I don't know. Maybe Grandal, the cleanup hitter. Maybe I'd go Justin Turner, Grandal hitting cleanup, followed by Cody Bellinger hitting fifth. I'd maybe even put Matt Kemp up in the 2-hole.
It's just so strange. We're talking about a team that has, won 5 straight divisional championships. 5.
And it's falling apart.
Falling apart in the field. It's falling apart in the bullpen. Maybe you just shut guys down and you go with the youth movement. You bring up guys from the farm system because they can't do any worse than what's going on in the field. Just in general, they just don't have it.
Well, last year it worked out. Remember, they pulled up Cody Bellinger and they caught lightning in a bottle, and Cody Bellinger was fantastic. He knocked Adrian Gonzalez out of a job with the Dodgers. I'm not saying they could do that again, but man, at this point, I mean, just look at the batting order. Dave Roberts trying to figure this out. He's trying to find something that works. Maybe it's a guy. Maybe it's Andrew Tolles. Remember, Andrew Tolles has played a lot of big league games. He's at AAA, just hanging out.
Get somebody. They've
got to do something.
Well, they've got it. There's no power in that lineup. Is there anybody you can look at from that Dodger lineup if you have 2 guys on base, 3 guys on base, and you want that guy, the big power? There's not
a guy when he's at the plate and you're like, oh, this is a done deal. He's
The closest thing you have to a guy like that for the Dodgers is a guy. It's Yasiel Puig, and he's not doing a whole lot. He's batting just over 200.
And they have him hitting 8th. They're kind of hiding him at the bottom of the order.
But is he not the guy, if you look at, you're going to think maybe he has a shot to score some runs? Because we're in the age right now, either you strike out or you hit a home run. There's no, hey, we're hitting for singles anymore. And you look at this Dodger lineup, and they're all going to hit for singles and doubles. There's no power in that lineup.
If Puig can raise his average a little bit.
He's got to raise it a lot. He's 208 right now, Pep.
If he could hit a little bit, I would put him at the top of the order.
Yes.
And maybe even have Matt Kemp hitting second, followed by Grandal third. No, Justin Turner third, Grandal fourth, and Cody Bellinger fifth.
Yeah.
And then the 6, 7, 8, I'd work out.
I'm going to hire you as the manager of the Dodgers.
Done.
Dave Roberts,
done.
Out.
I will not see you tomorrow.
Dave Roberts can be an assistant at Cal Baptist with
Gary Adcock.
Yes, his college
I'm
teammate.
going straight to Miami. I'm going to get jiggy with it. I'm going straight to the Dodgers. Going to bail these guys out.
You need something. I agree with you, buddy.
So the Dodgers lineup is what I love the most every single day. Listen, I don't have a lot of problems with the Angels. The only problem I have is who's hitting leadoff. So remember we were talking about I'd put Simmons at the top of the order.
Andrelton Simmons.
Yeah, he deserves it.
And plus if he gets on base, he's a threat because the guy is so fast.
Yeah, he's got wheels.
He's one of those guys. Top of the lineup, he's going to get some stolen bases, and we know Mike Scioscia likes to play small baseball.
Well, now the Angels are playing Mike Trout as the leadoff hitter. Mike Trout, you can put him anywhere in the lineup. It doesn't matter. He kind of found a home hitting second or third. A lot of hitting second this year. But now he's hitting leadoff for the Angels. He did last night, and he is again tonight.
Yeah.
And they got Ohtani hitting second right behind him.
You see Ohtani last night knocked the umpire out of the game.
No, I
knocked
didn't
him
see
out.
That.
Foul ball. Took a shot in the head. He was done for the game. They had to bring in a sub.
Oh.
Ohtani is a beast. But no, I have no problem with that lineup because you have 2 guys right there. You can say, hey, somebody's gonna score out of those two guys.
See, that's what the Angels have. That's the luxury the Halos have. That they have power hitters who are producing right now that they could still put in the heart of the order. And you could put Simmons up top. You can have Mike Trout hitting second because you still have Pujols and Justin Upton and Kinsler and Kozar. You have guys who can hit third, fourth, fifth, sixth and be fine.
Yeah,
you could put Trout on top or second. And Simmons, I'd put Simmons on top. That's what I would do. I would put Andrelton Simmons at the top of the order if I was the Halos.
Hey, and he's batting 350. You got Shohei Ohtani's batting 350. Mike Trout's over 300. Marte is over 300.
What about Cole Calhoun?
Cole Calhoun not doing so well.
Is he still hitting like 150?
He is just above 150. He's at 162.
Ugh.
He has been the biggest, and not bad. He's just been a big disappointment with a bat. Great fielder, but disappointment behind the plate.
It might be time for a change.
Yeah.
You know what? Let him catch his breath, put him on the bench, whatever it takes. Run somebody else out there, give him a chance to clear his head. It's not working right now with Cole Calhoun, but he's a great player, and he's got a great arm from the outfield. He hoses guys all the time. All right, we come back here on the Inland Sports Show. Live updates. Major League Baseball going on right now, including the Dodgers, and UC Riverside on the verge of picking up their first ever Division I softball postseason win. It's over?
It's over.
All right, we'll talk about that when we come back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. We are brought to you by Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. Listen, it's what, 5:06 right now? Everyone's getting out of work. They're getting in their cars. They're hopping on the freeway. They got the Inland Sports Show on, listening to it while they're sitting there in traffic. Look up in your corner. You need an oil change. I know you do. Spoiled is right off Alessandro Boulevard every 3,000 or 5,000 miles. Do it to it. Keep your car going strong out there. 5 o'clock, man. Jeff, you could be going home right now.
I could be.
You could be.
But I would not. You know what, though? When I get in the car, I listen to Piolín.
Piolín? No, you do not.
I do. I listen to Piolín.
Is that why you have a Piolín mug?
Yeah.
You have a Piolín mug over there in the corner.
Every time I look out of the corner of my eyes, I see those big teeth of Piolín.
What is he talking about?
And I'm telling you, man, he's mesmerizing. I'm going to listen to him because he just sounds and looks so cool.
Hey, we've got a final score. Let's go straight to the Inland Sports Update Desk.
We
because
will.
UCR has made some history.
10-0. 10-0. 10-0 in 6 innings. UC Riverside is moving on, baby.
So the UC Riverside softball team making its first ever Division I postseason appearance, and the Highlanders beat the University of Nevada. Did you say 10-0?
10-0.
Holy smokes.
Haley Dolcini threw a gem, a 3-hitter, as they defeated, conquered, destroyed the Wolfpack. Killed them.
And this West Regional, the postseason tournament, it's kind of like the NIT, but for softball, is at what? UNLV, right? It's in Las Vegas. It's at UNLV. So big win there for the Highlanders. Congratulations to head coach Nikki Palmer and the entire team. That's kind of a monumental moment. I know we're making a big deal out of it, but it's a big deal. It's their first ever Division I postseason win.
It is a big deal, and they need to be celebrating because I'll tell you, we've talked about this. We've met with the coaches. We've interviewed them several times. The Big West for baseball and softball, top notch. Outside of maybe the Pac-12, the two best conferences in the West region. Cal State Long Beach, Cal State Fullerton both made the postseason in Division I softball. So it's nice to see UC Riverside doing the same. So the third team from the Big West.
Yeah, we've had Nikki Palmer. We talked to her at the UCR coaches show. In fact, Dolcini was on the show as well. True freshman. You put her up with Taylor Misfelt, the seasoned senior, who's been awesome. She's done our show. Like, you got a senior.
All-time wins at UC Riverside.
The all-time greatest. You put her and Dolcini back-to-back. I mean, I would not be surprised to see UC Riverside string together a couple wins here in the postseason. Like, who knows? They could take this thing real deep in this postseason tournament. In the Big West Conference, I believe they were, third place? Fullerton was the champ. But I think UCR was third place in the conference. So, I mean, they had a really good season, and we talked to head coach Nikki Palmer. She said, I mean, this is a good team, and if they can just get to the playoffs, and she thought at the end of the season that there was a chance, an outside chance, but if they could just get into the postseason, they could make a run and bang, just like that, a 10-zip win against Nevada today.
Well, Garcia hit a home run.
My favorite player, Brittany Garcia.
Hit a home run for the Highlanders today.
Booyah.
A 3-run shot. But they had 11 hits, 10 runs.
Brittany Garcia is my favorite player because they always do like a welcome back picnic in the fall.
Yes.
And all the sports teams choose one player on the team to be part of a cannonball contest. And if my memory serves me correctly, Brittany Garcia was the one for the softball team. She said, I'll do it. I'll go out there. I'll do the old cannonball for the team. I don't think she won it, but she was really good.
Well, Dolcini started the game, and then they closed with Taylor Misfelt.
Uh-oh. Big time 1-2 punch.
They only threw 100 pitches between the two of them in their victory today. So very, very good game for the first time in UC Riverside history.
That's really cool. A big moment, and now they're gonna live to play tomorrow. In fact, I think they're gonna play, I want to say either Weber State or UNLV. I want to say.
And we have a new score in Dodgertown.
Oh, we do? Oh, please, hold on. Before you say that, please tell me the Dodgers scored.
Okay, they scored, but
hey!
Miami scored 2. So Miami has 2. The Los Angeles Dodgers 1. Grandal, our guy, the guy we've talked about nonstop, homered in the 4th inning.
Did he really?
Yes, he did.
The only guy who's hitting continues to hit. You know, really, he's the only guy that's consistently hit. Matt Kim's been okay here and there. Has Justin Turner got a hit tonight? Because I know Forsythe's not even in the lineup, but JT is.
JT is 1 for 2. But I'll tell you what, though. Walker Buehler's throwing a pretty good game, even though they've got 2 runs on him. He's only 3 hits. So Walker Buehler, the young stud.
You can't take him out of the starting rotation now.
No.
I mean, they're all banged up anyways. They're starting pitchers, piling up all over the place in that MASH unit. Everybody's hurt. But once everyone's healthy, you can't take them out.
No, the only problem is, and we've talked about this, last year he was recovering from Tommy John surgery. It was last year. Didn't pitch a whole lot. So I know they wanted to limit his innings because in case they were going to go
You're right, into the playoffs. You're right.
So they've got to kind of limit him depending on how they do. If they're down in June 20 games, then you pitch Buehler. You don't try to overpitch him. You don't want him to get hurt because he is their young star of that lineup. And you just pitch him as a number of innings what the doctor orders and take him out.
I think they ran into a similar situation last year, the Dodgers, with Julio Urias.
They did.
They got towards the end of the year, and they're like, man, we're going to the playoffs. We got to shut you down. You've pitched way too much.
Well, remember they shut him down for about a month and a half, and they only did simulated games. Then they brought him back at the end.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't enough. What's going on with him?
He's still rehabbing. In fact, why do you say that? I'll have to grab my phone. I just saw a video of him. I think he's down at the spring training home of the Dodgers, extended spring training, rehabbing down there, actually throwing off a mound now. So he's hopefully going to get back later this season. But yeah, he's been out for a while too. Julio Urias. Let's count the names. Urias, of course, Clayton Kershaw. Hyunjin Ryu had meat off the bone, right? A groin injury, which sounds awful. And when all those guys come back at some point, you got to keep Walker Buehler in that starting rotation. That's my opinion. You can't take him out.
Well, you got Buehler, and you got to remember, Urias is only 21 years old.
Yeah, he's real young. He came up back through Rancho Cucamonga. Yeah, he was a young guy. Like Yasiel Puig just kind of shot up to the minors real quick and got his shot at the big leagues. Now he's kind of bounced around a little bit. Puig is sticking in the big leagues, although he made that brief little stint at Oklahoma City, remember? Because they were like, hey, we're going to prove a point. You can't be this wild stallion all the time. We got to bring in the reins a little bit. But yeah, Julio Urias, really young, and he's going to bounce back.
Yeah, they need that left-handed pitcher in that lineup. Remember, they have Walker Buehler, Urias, Kershaw, Hill, Ryu. Those guys all healthy.
Right?
Alex Wood. That's a really good rotation of guys.
Kenta Maeda. That's the thing. They've got tons of guys, but it never fails. Several of them are going to get hurt, or maybe they're just going to simply stink it up. Here's it is. Julio Urias throwing back on the mound down there in Arizona. # don't call it a comeback.
You know where he's from? Culiacan.
Where?
Culiacan, Mexico.
Is that the name? His hometown?
I just like saying it because I saw it. I was like, I'm going to say that name. It's like Michoacan, but Culiacan.
Culiacan. So Julio Urias, let's see. He had a damaged left anterior capsule was the exact injury. So he had to have surgery for that. But yeah, I'm looking at video right now. Not quite. He's like halfway up the mound. So he's not like toeing the rubber, but he's halfway up the mound, and he's actually throwing now. So that's a really good sign because he's not been throwing the baseball very much in a long, long time. So,
but there are a lot of other scores in the major leagues right now. Would you like me to go through those?
Nah.
No?
Nah, let's take a break.
Oh,
There's too many scores because it's a real getaway Wednesday where teams play the afternoon games, kind of have a head start on, as they make their way to the next city. Jeff's over there with his Pioline mug and his feet up with his computer looking at all the scores. Jeff gets real excited about the afternoon baseball scores, and I do too, but he's been drinking a lot of coffee out of the Pioline mug, and he's just really feeling good. So let's take a break. When we come back, yes, we will get to Major League Baseball scores. We'll keep you up to date on the Dodgers. And also Cal Baptist women's golf at the National Championship Tournament. Round 1 is in the books, and a pretty good day for the Lancers, so we'll bring you up to date on that as well. We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
This bumper's gonna go on the wall of my garage.
Mr. Spicoli, you're on dangerous ground here. You're causing a major disturbance on my time.
I've been thinking about this, Mr. Hand. If I'm here and you're here, doesn't that make it our time?
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Hey, welcome back to the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. And this segment is brought to you by Ken Sporting Goods. More than 40 years in the Inland Empire. That's 4 decades plus, providing you with all of your sporting gear needs. Next time your son or daughter says, I need a new baseball bat. Where's my shin guards? Stop at Ken's. They got it. They're ready for you. They got all the good stuff and embroidery and Letterman's jackets and team sales. I could go on and on and on, but you guys know the drill. We love you, Ken Sporting Goods. KenSportingGoods.com is the website. You can check that out, too. Did the Dodgers score again yet?
Go right now to the
update desk. Jeff Gorham standing by with his Pioline mug and his cupcakes and his coffee.
Dodgers still down in the bottom of the 4th, 2-1 over the Miami Marlins.
Oh, they started from the bottom. Where's the panic button?
I'm already panicking. This is driving me nuts. Nuts, I say. Crazy.
Hey, so we just told you that UC Riverside softball has just beaten the University of Nevada. What was it, 10-zip?
10-0, baby.
First ever Division I postseason win. They will play the winner of the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and Weber State, I guess tomorrow, right? Tomorrow at UNLV. So congratulations to Coach Palmer and the Highlanders. Big win today. Monumental, historic win for UCR. Cal Baptist women's golf. They are at their final Division II national tournament. In fact, so this is CBU's first, well, I'd say, okay, so their last season as a Division II member, but the first time they've made it to the Division II national tournament. So in their final year of eligibility, before they make that move to join the WAC conference and be a full-fledged Division I member. Last year in Division II, and they finally get it done. They make it to the national tournament in Houston, and after one round of play, they're already in the clubhouse. It's all over after day one, and CBU is currently in 4th place. They are at 5 over par, only 7 strokes back of the leader, the University of Indianapolis. They're at 2 under par, so they're only 7 back of the leader. 4th place right now at the national tournament in Division II.
Now, is this played over like a regular PGA tournament? They play over the course of 4 days?
I think it is 4 days. I think it's 4 rounds.
So they're going to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, I think Saturday would be the final round. Yeah. So at least to be in contention, I mean, that's a pretty strong opening round. First time ever that you get to a national tournament and you're in 4th place.
Well, we've interviewed Coach. We've had a few of his golfers in here in studio. Very good contingent from the Philippines and a couple local girls that are peppered into the mix.
Yeah, it's a good blend of, international players and local players. So best of luck to them. Off to a great start. They don't need our luck. They're off to a great start in Houston. The men's golf team, in fact, I was just texting with Coach Brown. They're going to join us on the show tomorrow. They're going to be practicing right around the same time as showtime. So they're either going to pop in or they're going to shoot us a quick phone call because we want to talk to those guys before they head to, I think it's Muscle Shoals, Alabama.
Muscle Shoals?
Old Muscle Shoals, man.
Man, I've never heard of it.
Is it a real place?
I don't know. Muscle Shoals. I've never heard of Muscle Shoals.
That's what's dangerous when I try to go off the top of my head. I'm like, what was that town called? It's like Muscle Shoals or something like that.
Muscle Shoals, Alabama.
Is that a real place?
It is.
Bingo!
Yes. It's also a movie as well.
It's a movie.
It's a documentary, and it got 96% rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
What is it, like a documentary about Muscle Shoals?
It appears it might be. Someplace. Yes, it's an incredible story of a tiny Alabama recording studio that produced some of the greatest hits of all time. Aretha Franklin, Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, Percy Sledge, Alicia Keys, Bono, and more.
And
Bear
Creed.
Witness. Creed is
and
on there.
Nickelback.
No, not Nickelback. No. But they apparently Muscle Shoals is a hotbed of music in Alabama.
I had no idea.
Now you do.
It's also a hotbed for golf. That's where the men's golf team at Cal Baptist will be going for the NCAA Division II National Championship Tournament. They don't go till next week, so they're going to join us again tomorrow on the show right here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Again, the CBU women in fourth place at 5 over par. Not too bad. 7 back of the University of Indianapolis. And we just said UCR softball, big win against Nevada today. Tomorrow, 11 a.m., Cal Baptist baseball will be on the diamond against Azusa Pacific University to open up the West Regional. Jeff, we get the big rivalry again. Remember, that's the same place that Gary Adcock said. Remember, he said those famous words at the end of last year's playoffs. He said, go ahead, write it down. We'll be back. And look, now they're back, and they get APU again.
Yeah, I mean, we talked to Coach Adcock, was it yesterday? We talked to him, yesterday.
Was it really? Yeah, I guess it was.
But he had said, during the season that they thought the last time they were going to play Azusa Pacific, he and the coach exchanged T-shirts.
Last time, yeah, it's good seeing you guys. Big rivalries. We love this. But, man, we're going to Division I. We'll see you next time.
So, yeah, apparently those pleasantries, they can exchange shirts one more time. Game time is 11 o'clock, so make sure you tune in. Go to the CBU website, and you can watch the live stream of the Lancers.
Yeah, so by the time we get in studio at 3 o'clock for the Inland Sports Show, barring some crazy extra inning wild marathon, that game should be over, so we'll be able to break that one down between Cal Baptist and Azusa Pacific University. Also, I was messaging with one of the University of Redlands baseball coaches today, Coach Hernandez. Shout out to him. Very good guy. I believe he's the pitching coach. Good guy. Real good guy. They're playing Texas Dallas. They have first pitch at 2:30 tomorrow. So think about it. We'll have CBU baseball already wrapped up by the time we go on the air. And while we're live on the air, the University of Redlands will be opening up the Division III National Tournament. So we've got CBU and U of R on the field tomorrow. CBU Division II, U of R Division III. And that coach said, Coach Hernandez up there, because they're in Spokane. That's where the regional is for University of Redlands for the Division III tournament. He said he's going to send us some pictures and some updates to Inland Sports. So I was like, bring it on.
And UC Riverside softball will be playing tomorrow afternoon as well.
That's right. Is there a tentative time for?
Not yet. I do not have that. I will go through.
What a show. I'm already excited for tomorrow. We're going to have U of R baseball, Cal Baptist baseball, Cal Baptist women's golf, UC Riverside softball.
Got it all, baby.
In fact, maybe we should try to get Coach Palmer on, depending on the time of that softball game tomorrow. We'll try to get Coach Palmer on the air.
No time yet, and it's to be determined.
TBD. We're all TBD, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Is there a Dodgers update?
Middle of the fifth, Dodgers 1, Miami 2.
The Dodgers, if they would just change their lineup around, I think it would open up a whole new world. That's just my own personal philosophy. Again, Dave Roberts will forget more baseball than I'll ever know. But I'm like, man, I look at the lineup and I just think as a casual baseball fan, I'm like, well, I wouldn't do that. I would do this. I would fix that. I wouldn't do that.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dave Roberts is taking a little bit of heat. Definitely from everyone. I'm sure all the fans,
even Dodgers, the Inland Sports Show.
Even the Inland Sports, I'm sure every Dodger fan in Los Angeles that goes to every game, Greg included, over those guys in Colton. How are you feeling about these Dodgers?
It's just like the Raiders. You just got to be patient. Somebody once told me you can never watch a Dodger game like in the beginning because like it's all you got to wait until the end of the game in order to figure it out because either they're going to win or they're going to lose.
Well, they're going to wait till the end of the season.
Yeah,
they better hurry up and figure this thing out because if they wait till the end of the season, they're going to be 15 and 158.
See, that's the thing we talked about. As long as they can stay within striking range of Arizona or whoever's going to run out to that big lead in the National League West, which I really don't think anyone's going to run out to a big lead. But if they can just stay within striking distance, Clayton Kershaw's not going to be on the shelf forever. Hyunjin Ryu with the meat off the bone, that sounds painful, but I think he's going to come back after the All-Star break.
So can I ask you guys, who has the best teams in a division in baseball right now? Who do you think?
I can go through it right now.
I'll tell you right now. What division?
Is the best division to watch?
The best division in the National League right now, I'm going to say the National League East.
Okay.
Between the Braves,
by far.
The Braves, the Phillies, and the Mets. The Phillies and the Braves are both surprise teams. And the Mets have been pretty good too. So I would say the National League East right now is the best division in the National League.
How about the American League?
The American League, I would say the best division is probably, I'm going to say the American League East. I'm going to stay in the East only because the Yankees and the Red Sox, I believe, have the two best records in all of baseball right now.
Yeah, I mean, you can make a case for it to be the best in the American League East, but the top two teams are really the only teams that are separating themselves. The Toronto Blue Jays are at 500. They're in third place. But I'm going to have to say the American League West right now is the best overall in the American League.
You might be right. Top to bottom.
Because
in the American League East, you have the Orioles. We're probably going to lose 100 games.
Yes. Tampa Bay.
Oh, Tampa Bay's not very good.
And Toronto.
So maybe top to bottom, the American League West might be better. Top to bottom. But the AL East is super top heavy because the Yankees and the Red Sox, correct me if I'm wrong, they have the best records in baseball.
They do. New York's 28-12. Boston's 28-14. The American League Central is a complete travesty.
They're all under 500, aren't they?
Every team except for Cleveland. Cleveland is exactly at 500.
Oh, it's awful.
But the 5 teams in the Central are all below 500. The American League West, 4 out of 5 are above 500.
And I don't think the National League Central is much better than the AL Central. I think the National League Central, I think the Pirates are kind of off to a decent start, but everyone else, I think the Brewers are right on their heels. Like, I don't think the NL Central is that good either.
No, the Reds are terrible. The Cubs, well, they do have 4 out of 5 that are above 500, but they're all hovering around 500. Pittsburgh,
at least it's competitive. That makes it fun.
Yes. The American League or the National League East, Atlanta's doing well. Philly's doing well. The Nationals are a little surprising, aren't doing as great as everybody thought. And the Mets have really kind of slid in the last couple of weeks.
They were super hot to start the season. The Metropolitans. And then, they've kind of cooled off in a big way.
Oh, yeah. In fact, they got murdered today. It was, I believe it was bad. Like 12. It was 12 to 1.
Bad.
They got beat 12-1 to the Toronto Blue Jays. So your New York Mets taking a beating.
They'll bounce back. You gotta be patient. We're like Dodger fans. We're just patient.
You better be
until the very end.
All I know is my Angels are looking good, and
my Angels.
That's all that matters.
Hey, when we come back, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll have more Major League Baseball scores from this afternoon because, again, there's a ton this afternoon. It's a Getaway Wednesday. Tons of series wrapping up. A lot of afternoon baseball. In fact, we had a local guy from the Inland Empire pick up a win today on the Major League Diamond, and another local Inland Empire guy. In fact, they went to the same high school. He's going to be on the mound tonight going for his 4th straight victory. So he's red hot. We'll talk about that as well when we come back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Dear tiny Jesus, your golden fleece diapers with your tiny little fat balled up fist pawing.
He was a man. He had a beard.
Look, I like the baby version the best. Do you hear me? I win the races and I get the money.
Ricky, finish.
Me and Mick are gonna wing on over to London and jam with the Stones. You guys are invited too.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
It's unbelievable that Corona baseball coach Andy Wise sounds like Jeff Spicoli.
He sounds exactly like him.
Oh, my God. Close your eyes real tight. You know, it's almost like you could say that Coach Wise sounds like Jeff Spicoli, like I sound like someone from Chicago.
You do
like
not.
We're like identical.
The absolute worst Chicago or South Side.
If Coach Wise and I hung out and you closed your eyes, both of you guys, close your eyes real tight. If Andy Wise and I were together, you would think, man, Jeff Spicoli and some guy from Chicago are hanging out
with peppers and sausages.
Kylie Fitz and the brats.
Hey, I have a question though. We were talking. You've never seen Fast Times at Ridgemont High in its entirety, like from start to finish?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my gosh, Pep Fernandez, you know what? You need a coming-of-age movie. You need to be like 15 or 16 all over again, and you need to let me walk you through coming-of-age movies.
Like what was the big movie? American Pie.
That you had to be a little older. You're not that much younger than me. American Pie was a late 90s.
90s, 99.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was in college.
You were in college. Oh, no, you needed like a 15, 16-year-old kid movie that like promoted you to be a man. And I'll tell you what, there is no movie in America that was more coming of age than Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Nothing better, my friend. Nothing.
Ushered you into manhood.
It did. You know, it was the precursor to my entire life. I try to live my life a lot like Jeff Spicoli.
Speaking of 80s movies, I actually got to see the Cobra Kai series. Yes.
Pretty darn good.
What, the first two, or how many did you watch?
I saw them all.
Did you know?
Yes.
Here's this, the Cobra Kai. Here it is. No joke. Highest rated show this year. More people have seen the Cobra
on YouTube?
Kai on YouTube than it's higher rated than anything on Netflix or anything on Hulu.
Are you serious?
Have you seen it yet?
No.
It's fantastic.
The first two are free, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All I gotta say, Pep, it gives you a different perspective of the original Karate Kid and like all the incidents, and you feel more for what's his name?
Daniel-san?
No,
the bad guy.
The bad guy is the star.
He's the star.
What? He is the hero.
For instance,
the bad guy.
Do you remember in Karate Kid when Daniel and that girl were at the beach and he was like,
yes,
pulling his
I remember
moves?
that scene. Yeah.
Well, in the Cobra Kai, he kind of explains like his interpretation of it, and just it makes Daniel-san look like a real sleazebag, like a real like person that
punk?
Yes.
What?
Like he was the problem.
You guys are turning my world upside down
see it
right now.
You got to see it, and it gives a whole different perspective of what really happened, and it kind of makes Daniel-san look like a creep.
You guys.
He stole the guy's girlfriend. He stole, he got harassed
because he won the Valley Championship.
Yeah, Johnny, the bad guy, Johnny.
Yeah.
William Zabka.
That's his real name.
That's his real name.
Old,
but yeah,
old Sergei
it's a
Bubka.
great show.
It
great show.
is.
But that's one of those coming of age ones. See,
I saw Karate Kid.
Okay, Karate Kid is kind of like this. Goonies. It's not really coming of age, my friend. Coming of age is Phoebe Cates walking out of the swimming
but remember
pool.
Sean Astin, who was one of the hobbits, he kissed the older girl. Like he's
You see just one of the guys? The first one.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, just one of the guys. Another one.
Never
Great
heard of
one.
it.
Ferris Bueller was a good coming of age.
Oh, yeah, Ferris Bueller.
That's a good coming of age movie.
Yeah, I see Ferris
But
Bueller.
there is no movie scene in the world better than Phoebe Cates walking out of the water.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing. If you were a kid in that age and you saw her walking out of the water, best movie scene ever to this
Jeff's
day.
eyes are really big
Hey,
right now,
Have you
by the
seen
way.
Weird Science or 16
Oh, Weird Science. Another great one. Anthony Michael Hall. It was a great movie.
I hope people are watching on the Inland Sports Channel right now. Jeff's eyes are bugging out of his head.
Kelly LeBrock was phenomenal. Do you know what her biggest downside to life was, though?
Marrying Steven Seagal.
She was married to Steven Seagal.
She was?
The karate
Yes.
guy.
Yes. He just married those lips. She had the most beautiful lips in the world.
So they built her, right? Like on a computer or something like that?
She was built with all the perfect parts of every woman. The genius of a woman, the physicality of a woman, the fashion of a woman. She was perfect. Damn near perfect.
Gisele Bündchen.
No, she's not the perfect woman. Get the heck out of here, Pep, with that Gisele Bündchen. Get out of here.
Hey, the Inland Sports Show is proudly brought to you by Boost Performance Training in Corona with Coach Ray Bass. Football, baseball, golf, tennis, it really doesn't matter. If you play sports and you want to be better, you want to be the star on your team, you want a scholarship, you want to get a starting job on varsity, all of those things, they can help you at Boost Performance Training. Follow them on Twitter. Follow them on Instagram.
He can put a patch on my karate gi?
Yeah, your gi?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Look at
Greg
you.
Holland's got
You've
gi.
taken a couple karate lessons, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Look at you.
A gi.
You're like Steven Seagal.
Mm-hmm. So if anybody tries to attack me,
you know your stuff.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? I don't know if we can go into all the details, but can you talk about what happened today, Greg?
I'm sure. I was
behind the scenes here before we get to another Dodgers update, but what happened?
Yeah, I actually helped a person out that was she was suspected for carjacking. I took her to the police department and brought her in.
And they arrested her right there.
High-speed chase in my neighborhood
in Colton,
and I felt like Boba Fett taking her in.
You were like a bounty hunter.
Yes.
Look at you, like
Boba Fett.
Hopefully I get something from the city of Colton, like maybe a thank you for participating.
What, key to the city?
Yeah, key to the city, or a big medal.
Yes.
Greg Holiday. That
Greg?
something.
Yes.
The Greg Holiday. I love it. That's the best thing in the world. So you were a good Samaritan.
Yes.
But you had a carjacker in your car with you.
Yes.
She could have jacked your car.
Maybe
And
she
that is a
could've.
beautiful car you have.
Yeah.
That's
Brand new.
But
brand
it was a
spanking-
woman in distress. You know me. I'm going to help out.
You are. You know
So-
what?
What a good guy.
You're a good guy.
He's a good guy.
You're a fantastic
But,
guy.
but they caught the guy. He was barricaded on the 10 freeway, actually. He actually got out of the car, and he jacked another car, and they caught him on the freeway in that
Get
car.
out.
Yes. So while all this was going on, I was getting ready to come here and do
Dude,
the
it
show.
was like a Chips episode with you.
Yes.
It was like Ponch and John were chasing
Yes.
around.
So hopefully I get a key to the city or something, man, because
You are the
it was an interesting morning.
You are the Frank Poncherello of Riverside,
Hey.
of the side, of the Colton, buddy. Hey, you know what? I got some more bad news.
What? No, don't tell us.
Wait, what?
More bad news.
I don't
Hold
wanna
on.
know.
Because I'm sure the Dodgers have scored since we last talked.
The Marlins have scored again. It's now getting out of hand, my friend.
What's the score right now? What's the inning?
5-1.
Now,
Miami.
Do you think how many more years does Dave Roberts have on his contract?
Dave Roberts has 3 more days on his contract.
No, he doesn't.
No, Dave Roberts is safe. I mean, it really, you can't. The only thing you can really talk bad about is right now, I think he's tinkering so much, we said, with the lineup.
Panic mode.
But there's just no pop in that lineup. There's not a guy you can look at. and go,
Grandal did homer today.
Yeah, but
It
he's the
was
only
like
guy.
what Cook said yesterday. They don't have that extra that they
Need
did
some
have.
swag.
There's no Judge. There's no Trout. There's no Machado. There's no guys that you look at.
Last year it was Bellinger.
It was Bellinger.
And
but,
Seager.
Yeah,
did
Seager
some-
too.
yeah.
but,
Sure.
but those guys, they're not going to go out. You're not intimidated by them. You know, when Mike Trout steps up to the plate, there's an intimidation factor.
It's Mike Trout.
the best player in the last 6 years.
Bryce Harper. It's
Yeah.
Aaron Judge. It's you know.
Why do the Dodgers not have that guy? Why don't they?
But they've
should.
got guys that could be that guy. It could be a Yasiel Puig. It could be a Cody Bellinger. It could be a Justin Turner, which we'll give Justin Turner the benefit of the doubt.
I
Let him get
like
going.
Yasiel Puig, but he's never going to be that guy. He's too inconsistent. They've dropped him in the minors. He was ding-dong last year. He's a little better this year, but he's just too inconsistent.
Sadness. All right, so the Dodgers are en route to their 6th straight loss, unless they can turn things around here late in Miami. Matt Andrews out of Redlands. Redlands Christian, Redlands East Valley, UC Riverside getting the win for the Rays today against the Royals 5-3. Andrews went 3 innings, gave up no runs, struck out 3. And Tyler Chatwood, also from Redlands East Valley High School, going for his 4th straight win with the Cubs. But right now in the 5th inning, Chatwood and the Cubs are trailing the Atlanta Braves by a score of 1-0. So Chatwood trying to go for 4 straight wins. He's on the bump right now.
And remember, at the very beginning of the year, he didn't start off so well.
No, he had to turn things around in a big way.
Yeah.
He had won 3 in a row, trying to make it 4 in a row.
Yeah, he had that first 2 hiccups were pretty bad for him, and he really turned it around. Maybe just being in Chicago, new place, new surroundings.
What did you say? In Chicago?
Chicago?
Lots of sausages and peppers.
The absolute
And
worst.
the brats. And Kylie Fitz.
Golly, it's so
Chicago.
worse.
What does Tyler Chatwood know about Chicago? Chicago.
Oh, my gosh.
We'll be back. It's the
Please
Inland
stop.
Sports Show, Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. Hey, Jeff and Holla.
Yes?
You guys hear about the guy who had his whole left side cut off? No. He's all right now.
I love those jokes.
Hey, if you didn't hear the show yesterday, you can go back and watch it on the channel. We did some popsicle stick jokes, so it's basically really silly, clean joke. Made us laugh. Tim Cook from Life Pacific was in the house. It was a good time. We're going to do that again, Jeff? You said you're going to find some jokes for us.
I might do it tomorrow. That might be tomorrow's a bit we could do.
Let's do a bit tomorrow.
We'll do a bit. I will get a bunch of jokes. I'll have one of my students type them up so I can't see them. And we'll try to make
Oh, yeah, because you can't see them either.
No, I don't want to.
The Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. Make sure you ask for the weekly special and save thousands of dollars at Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. CatalanoCars.com is the website. We got NBA playoffs tonight. Right, game 2 between the Golden State and Houston. I think Golden State wins again, right? Don't you?
Yes.
We got CBU men's golf on the show tomorrow, and not at 4:30, at 4:28. So set your watches accordingly.
4:28.
4:28.
Okay.
Quakes baseball coming up in just about 1 hour. 6:50 pregame show with Mike Lindskog as they are up in Stockton for Rancho Cucamonga baseball. For Jeff Gorham, Greg Holla, I'm Pep Fernandez. We'll do it all over again 3 o'clock tomorrow on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
On behalf of